McKenna Stacy with the Rebel rebound. She'll push all the way to the other end. Euro step up off the glass and in.
Rich Rebel basketball is on.
Kicks it out left corner. Thompson, long two. Got it. Rattles home. Wallenstein knocks it down. Rattles home a three from the right wing.
Coming off a third-place finish at last year's state tournament, the Lady Rebels return for the 2018-19 season with goals of taking it to the next level.
Her shot blocked by Sydney Hatch, and the Rebels come down with the basketball.
Coach Cody Lundgren returns for his fourth season on the bench, and with a young and athletic roster, the Rebels are ready to run.
Gives left wing to Thompson. Lauren steps up, shoots, and hits off the back of the iron and down through Lauren Thompson.
MyLocalRadio.com presents Rich Rebel Basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 Rebel Radio and live streaming video on MyLocalRadio.com. High School Hoops presented by Rocky Mountain Yeti, Evanston Regional Hospital, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, by West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, by Jensen Wood Motors of Montpelier, Idaho, MyLocalRadio.com, Plains Tire, and by Pet Mineral Labs.
Offensive rebound, Eliana Brown with the putback.
And now, Rebel Roundball fans, hang up your boots, crank up the volume, and get ready to roll as we head courtside to join the play-by-play voice of the Rebels, Ryan STEINECKERT.
Good afternoon and welcome, Rebel fans, to Rich High School basketball on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. If you're just joining us, Rich at Tabiona tonight in Region 22's opener for both teams. Neither team has played a region game yet, so the season really gets started tonight as far as games that matter for state seeding. In the JV action, the Rebel boys just took a 52-51 lead. A free throw by Connor Greer makes it 53-51. We've got Rebel varsity action. The girls coming up first when we return on the pregame show here on the Wildlife at MyLocalRadio.com.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
If you've dreamed of owning your own beachfront property at beautiful Bear Lake, but think you can't afford it, think again, because you can. It's an investment you can rent that pays for itself, and you can enjoy it too. Realtor Gary McKee and the team at Bear Lake Realty can help make your dream come true. Visit with Gary today, because you'll never know unless you ask. Bear Lake Realty in Garden City. Visit BearLakeRealty.com. Welcome back to Rebel Basketball here on KADQ and MyLocalRadio.com. Rebel JV team tied at 53 with just 3:06 left to go in the fourth quarter. I'll tell you more about the JV and the boys action when we get to that. But we start tonight with Rebel girls basketball here on KADQ. And the Rebel girls come into this one. They've been very good all season long, 10-2. They were last in action against the Cokeville Panthers. And Cokeville went into that game at 10-1. They finished with the victory. It was a close one, 53-49, and it looked as if Cokeville would run away with it early, but Rebels battled back and made it a close game. Down the stretch, Rebels hit 67% of their free throws in that game. That was last Saturday at Kemmer. And but Cokeville got the win. That dipped Rich down to 10-2 ahead of today's Region 22 opener. So the Rebels in that game, I think it was a great contest. Rebels in the last 7 games that they've played this season, they've outscored their opponent by an average of 29-18 in the second half. Rebels, as you can see if you're watching online at MyLocalRadio.com, score almost 44 points a game, and defensively they're allowing 35, and that's against mostly bigger schools. Now, Wyoming's Cokeville is a 1A team. Rich has only played 2 other 1A teams so far this season. wins over South Summit. I guess I should take that back. They played Wendover as well, so that's another 1A squad. But most of the Rebels' opponents have been 2A and 3A teams, and Rebels, again, as I mentioned, 10-2. Tabiona comes in at 4-8 offensively, scoring about 37. Defensively, they're allowing 43. And look up and down their schedule, and they've had a tough schedule as well. They've played some of the same teams that Rich has: South Summit, Altamont. They also took on North Summit. They've played Wendover twice, split with Wendover. They lost to Duchesne by 15, but and then lost to Altamont and South Summit, two teams that Rich beat. But we can compare scores all day long. It won't mean a whole lot. The reality is that it'll be decided on the court. And when it's a rivalry game, when it's a region game, it's at a tough place to play here in Tabiona. It's a long bus ride. All those comparative scores really just go out the window and don't matter. And we'll hear that from both coaches a little later on in our pregame coaches show. So Rich and Tabiona, they face each other twice in each of the last, who knows how long, 20-plus seasons at least. And Tabiona's won 4 straight in this series. They've won by an average of 3 points per game over Rich. And last year in February at Rich, the Tigers won 46-41. Here in Tabiona, the Tigers won 58-54. So again, close games in both of them, and Rebels will be looking for a maybe not so close game. The Tigers, I think, again, if you look on paper, just matchup wise, I think Rich has the advantage, but all that doesn't matter because it matters. What matters is what happens on the court, and this one will be decided within about 2 hours. Our pregame is we're in the middle of our pregame. Our tip-off is scheduled for 5:30. We'll tell you more about this matchup. I mentioned Tabiona has won 4 in a row in this series. Rebels had won a bunch in a row prior to that, and we'll tell you more about that on our Town of Lake Town Ledger. That's coming up later in the pregame show, just before the Saby Trucking opening tip. Stay tuned. We've got plenty more in our pregame show. We'll talk with each of the coaches. We also will hear from a Rebel student, Kaya Clough, when we return on our Standout student presented by Rich County 4-H, empowering young people with the skills to lead for a lifetime. We'll be right back on the Wildlife at mylocalradio.com.
Engaging youth to reach their fullest potential while advancing the field of youth development. That is 4-H. Helping young people develop citizenship, leadership, responsibility, and life skills. That is 4-H. Nearly 6 million active participants, more than 25 million alumni worldwide. 4-H members strive to make the best better, and they learn by doing. Find out more about 4-H in Rich County by calling the 4-H office in the county building in Randolph. Agriculture, citizenship, healthy living, science, engineering, and technology. That is 4-H.
Region 22 play opens tonight. Rebels at Tabiona. ICS is in action tonight at Manila, and I'm interested to see how those games turn out as well. But we're pregame where the Rebels, so JV boys, are playing currently and trailing by 3 points, 58-55 with 1:20 left to go. We'll keep an eye on that as we move along in our pregame show and bring you the Standout student presented by Rich County 4-H, empowering young people with the skills to lead for a lifetime. Ryan STEINECKERT with junior Kaya Clough at Rich High School. Kaya, thanks for your time.
Thanks for having me.
How's your junior year going?
Pretty good. There's not too much crazy stuff going on as of the moment, but it's good.
What are you involved with at Rich?
I do drill team. I do the musical. That's about it.
Are you taking any college classes?
Yes, at the moment I'm taking 2.
Working toward the associates?
Mm-hmm.
That's not too crazy, though.
Not right now. It'll be a little crazier next year because I have to cram in like 33 credits, so that'll be crazy.
You have to do that much next year because you're kind of taking it easy this year, or is that just how it balances out?
It's just how it balances out. I have to take Girls State in the summer in order to get all the credits, and then that many next year.
Have you applied and been accepted for Girls State?
Not yet. We just barely got the flyers and stuff, so not yet.
Do you know anybody who's been to Girls State?
My sister went, and then there were some girls last year, like Emily and Hannah.
Did they say they liked it?
Yeah, they said it was super fun.
Looking forward to that?
Yeah, I'm really excited to get to know the other girls and just have a good time.
Kaya, you mentioned the musical and drill team. Let's touch first on the musical. Footloose, right?
Yes.
And what's your role?
I am Ariel Moore.
I have no clue, so you have to tell me a little bit more.
She is the main character. She is the preacher's daughter. She's kind of rebellious, and yeah.
Is that kind of who you are, or does that fit your personality at all?
Not really. I guess kind of a little bit, but not too much. So I really have to act for this one.
Do you like the role, though? Is that something you think you'll enjoy?
Yeah, it's super fun just practicing in class and stuff.
So is that for one of the nights, and then another night, for the other nights, are you doing something else?
Yeah, 2 of the nights I'm her, and then the other ones I'm just kind of an extra, just in the background wherever Mr. Woods needs me to be.
Are you starting to see how it'll come together with all the dancing, the multitude of people and fitting in the space? How's that going to work out?
We've only learned one dance so far, so we still need to work on those, but it's kind of crazy with the amount of people, but I think we'll pull it together and it'll be good.
How is it learning dances for the musical at being a member of the drill team?
It's definitely a lot easier because I catch on to things quicker, and so I'm able to just quickly test it out as opposed to the other people who may not be as fast as learning them.
Drill team, let's touch on that then. How's that going your junior year?
It's really fun, and we have region this next weekend, and I'm really excited for that, and I feel like we're going to do really good.
Which dances do you do or participate in?
I am in all 3 of the competition ones, so kick, military, and dance.
Do you have a favorite?
I really like dance because it's really like emotional this year, and it kind of gets me out of my comfort zone.
What's the region competition like? Do you guys have to be there real early in the morning? Are you there till late at night?
Yeah, every competition we have to wake up at around like 5 so that we can get our hair and makeup done before we get there, and then we just kind of chill and hang out and get ready while we're there, and then we perform 3 dances, and they're pretty spread out, so it goes from 11 o'clock to around 5, so we're there for a pretty long day.
Good luck at this week's region competition. It's in Richfield, right?
Yes.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Kaya, your junior year, you said you're taking some college classes. Are there any that you really enjoy?
I really like the history class, which is funny because I don't really like history that much, but our professor was really good, and so that was a fun one. And then I took a TEAL class, which is just teaching, basically, and that was also a really fun one because I got to go observe one of the classrooms in the elementary, and it was cool to be able to work with the kids and the teacher.
So have either of those piqued an interest for exploring a future career, college, or anything along those lines?
I'm thinking of going into childhood education, and so, yeah, that definitely helped with deciding that.
Like elementary teaching, or what's the plan?
Yeah, I was thinking like K through 2nd or something. I really like young kids, and I just think it'd be fun to work with them.
And you said you got some time to go into a classroom and do a little bit of teaching?
Mm-hmm. I was able to observe Mrs. Weston in the 2nd grade, and it was really helpful because it just taught me what to do and how to teach the kids.
So do you know, like Utah State, Weber State, Southern Utah, or where you might go to college to work on that education degree?
I'm thinking Utah State, but I'm not 100% sure, so I guess we'll just see.
It's just over the hill from home, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Kaya, anything else we should know about you?
Not really.
Play any instruments or have any fun pastimes? What's the best pizza you make?
I really like the doodles. Yeah, those are my favorites. I'm actually not the biggest fan of our pizza, which is pretty funny. And so I don't normally eat the pizza, but like doodles and cheese sticks, I really love those. So
I'll have to have doodles. What are they the next time I come?
they're kind of like cinnamon rolls, and it's like garlic butter and cheese on the inside. And so, yeah, those are really good.
Weren't you voted like best pizza in the state?
Yes, a couple of years ago, I think. Yeah. So.
Mom and Dad aren't worried about your taste buds. They're worried about the customers.
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
Kaya, and any instruments that you play?
I play a little bit of piano, a little bit of guitar, some ukulele, not too much, but yeah.
What are you looking forward to most in the rest of your junior year?
I'm just really excited for the musical. Whenever that comes around, it's basically all that's on my mind, so.
What's the best thing about being a Rich Rebel?
I feel like our school spirit and just the togetherness of the school. I just feel like you can't get the same togetherness as we do, and the entire student body is just so supportive of everyone, and I just think it's awesome.
The unity of Rich High School. Kaya Clough, thanks so much for your time. Junior at Rich High School, good luck at regional competition, and a premature good luck at the state competition as well. Break a leg in the show. Thanks for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Rebel drill team, I think they're already down in Richfield by now, or at least on the way to the Sevier Valley Center region drill competition tomorrow. Isn't that in Richfield? Kaylee Hatch running my camera tonight. Thank you so much. Rebel JV game coming down to the wire. 21.7 seconds left. Tabiona leads by 3. Rebels have the basketball, so can't shy away or just skip right over this. We got to see how this thing finishes out. Inbound to Meek. Hayden Holding, gives to Wilson. Kyler dribbles right, screen by Muirbrook, pick and roll. Muirbrook in the lane, can't quite finish through a ton of contact, and then he fouls and gives an extra push. That'll be a flagrant, and some frustration by Muirbrook there. And not surprising, it looked like he got fouled 2 or 3 times on his way to the hoop, trying to get a bucket there, and did not get the whistle. So Tabiona will likely hold on for the win here. We'll take we'll keep it right here and finish this JV game out. The Rebel girls JV team won 39-26. They pulled away late. It was a close game starting the fourth quarter. I think Rich had a 6 or 8 point lead. Excuse me. In the freshman boys game, the Rebels had it close at the end of 3, but Tabiona pulled away in the fourth and won 62-41. Here in the JV boys game, Tabby was pulling away, led by about 15, and the Rebels battled back. They actually had a lead at, I think, 53-51, but Tabby has held on, pushed back on top. They're up by 5. They ended up not calling that a flagrant foul. Rich, though, throws it away. Meek looking for John Scott, streaking up the sideline, throws it behind him, and Rebels with a missed basket, a foul, and then a turnover down the stretch when they needed buckets. Are not going to be able to come back in this one. Inbound, and Tabby will add a bucket for good measure. Muirbrook with a little too strong of a breath on the play. That's generally how you'll see it called, though, on a fast break. Any kind of contact, even contestation, will often be called a foul, whether there was actual contact or not. So this game was a 3-point contest just 13 seconds ago in game time. But Muirbrook will foul out. Tabiona pulls away, and the Tigers will earn the win. 4.6 seconds left to go. We'll keep it here for this free throw. The and one good by the Tigers. Landon Rhodes. Rebels up to Huffner. Truman launches a long 3 just before the buzzer. It comes down, and Tabby wins 67-59, a high-scoring JV game. We'll move along in our pregame coverage. We've got interviews with coaches Jake Fabrizio and Cody Lundgren right after this on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
We take your fun very seriously. That's why we put so much emphasis on training and experience with our mechanics at Cash Honda Yamaha. Whether you're getting it ready for an upcoming season, putting it away for the winter, having routine maintenance, or have a mechanical problem, we want to make sure that when you're ready to have fun with it, it's ready for you. Don't trust your fun to just anyone. Make sure you bring all your service work to Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley.
This is the Lady Rebel basketball coach, Cody Lundgren, and you're tuned in to the pregame show on Rebel Radio. Opening tip is less than 20 minutes away on KADQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com.
Welcome to the Cody Lundgren Coaches Show on KADQ FM 98.3 and mylocalradio.com. Tonight, the Rebels open Region 22 play at Tabiona. The Rebels have lost 4 straight against the Tigers in high school regular season action, and Rebels look to end that streak tonight to open region play in the 2018-19 season. No one sees the game the way the coaches do, so we'll take a few minutes to visit with opposing coach Jake Fabrizio, and then we'll talk to Rebel head man Cody Lundgren and get his thoughts on tonight's game. We'll be back with more of Rich Rebel basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
Many of our customers have trusted Jensen Wood Motors for generations. It's important to all of us here at the dealership we always work for the people. My grandpa was a man of his word, and he passed that tradition on to us. We understand that we're here to serve our customers, and every day we try and do that to the best of our ability. We really appreciate each customer, and we want to make sure that they feel that when they're doing business with us.
Jensen Wood Motors, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Montpelier, Idaho. Ryan Steineckert with Jake Fabrizio, head coach of the Tabiona Tigers. Coach, I appreciate your time.
Thanks.
How's your season going at 4-8? How you feeling about that?
Right now we're trying to, well, we feel a lot better than we did at the first of the season. We kind of got on a bad start. I wouldn't even say a bad start. We played some tough teams, and our schedule was really strong. We played a lot of 2A and 3A schools, and so the last, I think, 6 games, we've won 4 of the 6. So we're feeling pretty good about what's going on right now.
You've gone 4-2 in your last 6, I think. You've competed in those games, and where earlier you lost against Wendover, you beat them more recently, didn't you?
Yes, we lost at their place, I think, by 3, and then we went out to the Vivint Center and played out there and beat them, I think, 1 point is what it was. So it was a good game for us, good competition. Wendover's a good team. We just shut down some of their shooters that night, and we was able to come up with a win.
What's the team doing well? I mean, you're seeing some improvement, so what's going well? What's getting better?
Right now, with Aspen, not only her having to score, I've had 3 or 4 different leading scorers over the last 3 or 4 games. Kenley Iverson's shooting the ball really well. Sherika Leffler and Cassidy, between all 4 of them, they've been sharing the ball, and it's taken a lot of pressure off Aspen where she doesn't feel like she has to score, and where we can move the ball around and get the best looks we can.
That's bad news for other teams if they have to worry about more than 1 or 2 players.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the way that we've tried to the last little bit is to concentrate on doing what we do best, and that is moving the ball. First person that gets a good look, and let's go ahead and shoot it. So,
if you compare scores, look on paper, it looks like Rich has an advantage tonight, but it's a starter region play. We're at your place, and matchups play so much into it. You just throw that stuff out, and we're going to have a good game tonight.
Yeah, I've never been one to really look and say, well, this team beat this team by 10, and you beat this team by 10. In girls basketball, 6 points means a lot. So really, honestly, I'm sure that Coach Lundgren will have a game plan set for us, and I'm sure that we will see different defenses that he throws at us. And so really, honestly, it's hard to compare one to another as far as who we played and who they played, and we just got to come play hard.
Can you tell me any about your game plan? How do you hope to beat the Rebels tonight?
Well, honestly, I hope that we can get some good looks, easy transition buckets, and get the ball moving. Really look to attack at all times. But really, honestly, I think what it comes down to is just trying to get the best looks we can for each player.
Coach, anything else you want to touch on?
Nope, that's good. Thanks, Ryan.
Jake Fabrizio of the Tabiona Tigers, thanks for your time. Good luck tonight and the rest of the season. Look forward to seeing you at Rich in a couple weeks.
Thanks, Ryan.
Always a pleasure to talk with Jake Fabrizio. Has this Tabiona Tiger girls basketball program going in a very good direction. They play hard, they play fast, and play smart. And we heard from Coach Fabrizio. We'll hear from Coach Cody Lundgren a little bit later on in our pregame show on the Wildlife at mylocalradio.com.
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Pegleg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as tall as a man wave in the wind. Today, you don't have to ride in a wagon to visit Bear Lake Valley, but the rich history is still here to enjoy. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
We know that when you think of Plains Tire in Evanston, you always think
the Tire Professionals.
Quality customer service. They're friendly with great prices.
I really like Plains Tire in Evanston.
But did you also know that the team at Plains Tire offers oil changes, windshield wiper checks, and free alignment checks? That's right, free alignment checks. We don't want you to quit thinking all those great things when you hear Plains Tire. We just want you to add to the list. Plains Tire, the Tire Professionals. Stop in today, 157 Bear River Drive.
If you've struggled to get a vehicle because of some bumps in your credit, then come to the all-new Rocky Mountain Yeti Auto Group. We have over 20 different lenders ready to help you reestablish your credit with a quality new or pre-owned vehicle. Good credit, bad credit, bankruptcy? Let the new Rocky Mountain Yeti Auto Group try to help you. Call our credit hotline today and ask for Jeff or Dave to get pre-approved for your next vehicle. Call 307-789-3151 today. Rocky Mountain Yeti, legend driven. In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock, stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today. Ryan Steineckert with Cody Lundgren of the Rich Rebel girls basketball team. Coach, I thought you had a very solid weekend at Kemmer.
Yeah, we had a great weekend. You know, you always want to win all the games, but, you know, I was very excited about the growth I saw in our program and the girls coming together as a team. It was fun to see.
A couple of things that stick out from each game. Holding Star Valley to 0 in the fourth quarter, that was something.
Yeah, you know, the girls finally, we talked about it in a couple different timeouts on what they were doing and how to defend it, and the girls finally figured out what we were trying to get them to do, and they did a good job with it. I mean, they got underneath that high screen, and, you know, they got in front of the pass a lot, and they got where that was ineffective, so they did a good job on them.
You kind of had the spotlight on Friday night in the main gym against the home team, Kemmer, and you guys handled them well.
Yeah, you know, it came out, and the game didn't really start. Well, it started exactly how we wanted it to, but, you know, Kenna getting hurt, I mean, that's not what we were planning on, but I'm very proud of our girls then when she got hurt and how they stepped up and they kept playing, and, you know, we didn't miss a beat. And then when she came back in, we made a run and kind of buried them. So it was good. It was a good game.
The way different players stepped up at different times. Allie with the three-point shooting on Friday night. Lauren stepped up, and others big time on Saturday against Cokeville.
Yeah, well, you know, as the team whole, I mean, just everybody stepped up. I mean, we had awesome post defense all weekend long. We were fronting the post well. We had backside help where we were being able to steal the lob pass. Just our defensive schemes, I mean, they won't work unless everybody's doing those little things that doesn't show up. So I'm just proud of all those girls.
What kind of preparation were those games, especially Cokeville, getting ready for Tabiona and ICS this weekend and the rest of region play?
You know, every team we played out there, it was all-man defense, and it was a lot of pressure on our ball handlers, and you know, they were pushing us off our spots, and we were having to be physical, and, you know, we had to adjust to referees and how they call stuff different in Wyoming too. So it was great for our kids to learn how to be adaptable for different situations.
I love that you mentioned the adaptable and the adjustment. In the first quarter against Kemmer, 17 fouls. The rest of the way, you guys really adapted well and adjusted to how it was being called.
Yeah, I thought so. You know, a couple different timeouts that we were in, I just told the girls, I said, hey, you just got to play to how they're calling it, and we just got to keep going. You can't sit there and worry about what they're doing, because then it's 8-on-5. So I thought the girls did a good job with that.
I do way too much of this comparing scores. Rich, you guys beat Wendover by 16 or 18 points, and Tabiona beat them by 2 and stuff like that. If you look on paper, I think you have the advantage over Tabiona, but you have to throw that all out the window when you go to their place.
I can't ever compare scores, Ryan, because with Tabiona it's a rivalry, and Jake's always going to have those girls ready wherever he goes, and those girls are going to be extra motivated against us. They really want to beat us, and we really want to beat them, and I just think it's going to be some great basketball played on Friday night. I'm excited for it.
Even bigger because it's the first game of region play, and because it is a region game, it's huge.
It's a huge game. It's the first game of region, and in my opinion, we're probably the top 2 teams in Region 22, and it's just going to be an all-out, it's a great competition.
What do you have to do to beat them?
We have to limit ourselves to making mistakes. We can't make mistakes and give them the ball. And, Jake's always crafty. He's going to have some schemes in there trying to give some of our players problems. So we'll have to make adjustments and play from there.
He knows a lot of what you do, so the execution has to be extra sharp, I imagine.
Yeah, to be fair, I think everybody knows what we do because they watch KADQ. Everybody's pretty aware of what we do, but it's okay. I mean, it just makes we have to execute better, and it's just part of what we do, and we're used to people knowing what we do, so we have no problem with that.
I'm glad you don't have a problem with it, Coach. Anything else you want to touch on?
No, thanks, Ryan.
Thank you for your time. Cody Lundgren of the Rich Rebels. Good luck this weekend in region play.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks so much, Coach. This has been the Cody Lundgren Coaches Show on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. We got tip-off along with starting lineups, keys of the game, and more on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com right after this.
Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston is Rich County's representative. As a mother and grandmother of Rich High graduates and current students, and a longtime resident of Randolph, Rolene is familiar with your needs and will work to provide you with the best customer service in the industry. The next time you're looking for a new car or truck, think Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Play hard and go Rebels.
Hello, Miss Susan Siamese Cat.
Dr. Dog, I'm here because my perfectly shiny fur has lost its shimmer, and I don't have the energy I did as a kitten.
Miss Susan Siamese Cat, I recommend that you start taking the Feline Daily Multi-Chews from PetMinerals.com immediately. Your good health isn't a yarn ball to play with.
Dr. Dog, you always make me feel better.
Log on to PetMinerals.com today and get your feline supplements ordered today.
According to the United States Census of 2010, the town of Randolph has a population of 464 people, and every one of us root for the Rich High Rebels.
Who slams it home?
Welcome to Randolph, Utah. We love being able to host the visiting teams, their coaches, their parents, and fans when Rich High has a home game. We love all of our visitors year-round and hope that you can take some time soon to come and visit us in our little slice of heaven, Randolph, Utah.
Some Butterfinger didn't bother to look, and your car goes crunch. Now it looks like the outside of a salted nut roll. People snicker as you drive down the road. Stop the laughter. Let the Three Musketeers at T-Bar-S Body Shop come to your rescue and fix your car. When you drive off, you'll feel like you're skipping across the Milky Way again. You'll think of Matt Rex as the big hunk who came to your rescue. Dents removed, glass chips repaired, and windshields replaced. T-Bar-S Body Shop and Glass Repair on County Road, across from the cemetery in Evanston. Sweet.
Welcome back to Tabiona. A couple items to get through real quick. The Town of Laketown Ledger brought to you by the Town of Laketown. Good luck, Rebels, from the Mayor and Town Council of Laketown. Rebels and Tigers have faced 34 times going back to the 01-02 season. Rebels had won 20 in a row going from the 07-08 through the 2015-16 seasons, but Tabby has won 4 in a row. Rich leads the series 28 wins, 6 losses against Tabiona. That's your Laketown Ledger brought to you by the Town of Laketown. Real quickly, your keys of the game brought to you by Rich County. Rebels have to limit mistakes. That's something that Coach Lundgren said, and execute. As Tabby knows what they do, Rebels have to execute well, and 3 is take care of the rock. Treat the rock like gold. The golden rule is take care of the basketball and limit turnovers. Keys of the game are brought to you by Rich County. Rebels with a championship cause. And your Town of Woodruff starting lineups for the visiting Rich Rebels: sophomore McKenna Stacy, junior Allie Walentine, senior Fallon Johnson, senior Lauren Thompson, and junior Sydney Hatch. Rebels are led by McKenna Stacy, 16 points per game. Allie Walentine and Lauren Thompson's numbers have gone up recently with great performances at Kemmer last week. For the Tabiona Tigers, seniors top to bottom except the sophomore Peyton Lazenby, number 21, along with senior number 1 Aspen Stewart, number 1 Sherika Leffler, 5 is Cassidy Thomas, number 10 Kenley Iverson. Aspen Stewart leads the way in scoring for this Tigers team. She also, I think, leads the team in steals, assists, rebounds, and much more. She is the star player, but others have really come around recently. If you followed Tabiona the last year or two, you may be wondering, what about Gigi? Well, she moved, and they are without a point guard, but they're adjusting and getting used to that adjustment. Starting lineups are brought to you by the Town of Woodruff. Mayor Scott Sabey, council members Millie Bradshaw, Raymond Franson, Kent Stewart, and Jason Peterson with Secretary Lisa Bell. Hatch against Stewart for the tip, brought to you by Sabey Trucking, and Sydney gets up quick, wins it back to McKenna Stacy, and the Rebels have it to start our first quarter here on KADQ. We thank all of our sponsors, including the Standout student, Rich County 4-H, empowering young people with the skills to lead for a lifetime. And against Sabey Trucking, Scott and Diana Sabey bring us the opening tip of each game. Stacy lobs inside looking for Hatch, and Stewart steals it. Rebels with an early turnover, had a chance to score first, but now the Tigers will have that chance. Peyton Lazenby in the left corner. Rebels in a man-to-man defense. Down to the right corner, the Tigers go to Leffler. She dribbles up toward the top and is stopped there. Lauren Thompson defending on Aspen Stewart. We'll see if Rich switches on any screens. Tigers set a screen up high and then give it to Lazenby. Throw down underneath and right into the hands of Lauren Thompson. We'll give Lauren the station in Randolph Steele. And Rich takes it over. Lauren quickly up to the left wing and then stops there as the Tabby defense got back in time. 2-3 zone defense for Tabiona. Wallenstein, long skip pass to Thompson. She goes up to get it, then skips it back to Awall for 3. Wallenstein misses over the top. Lauren tries to save it, but a good job by Cassidy Thomas to use her body, just plant her feet and obstruct. It was a legal play, but a nice job just to get in the way of Thompson trying to save that ball. Rebels trying to trap. Tigers beat Rich, and now Tabby has a 2-on-3. Pass down to the right baseline. Kick it back outside. Iverson for 3 is short. Rebound goes long, and Iverson tracks it down on the left wing. So Kenley with her first rebound of the game. Each team with a turnover. Just one shot attempt each as well. Leffler on the right wing. One dribble, then gives up top. They work it around. Iverson has a lane. She'll go to the hoop and run into Sydney Hatch. And if Sydney plants her feet, she draws the charge, but she did plant her feet and went for the block. She got the block, but the foul as well. So Hatch picks up her first, and Kenley Iverson goes to the line to shoot 2. Tigers have a chance to take an early lead. 6:18 left, first quarter. No score on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Iverson at the line, takes her time, and then misses. A little too strong off the window, then hit the heel of the basket and popped back to her at the free throw line. Tigers in the home whites, Rebels in the road blues. Iverson a second free throw opportunity after she was fouled on the shot. Takes her time and fires away, misses off the back of the iron, and Fallon Johnson with a great box out pulls down the Rebel rebound, and we're still tied, no score. Wallenstein across the timeline. 2-3 zone from Tabiona. I asked Coach Fabrizio, did you think about maybe a box and one? He said, we thought about it. We worked on it a little bit, but that's not how we'll start. We're going to see how our 2-3 zone does. Stacy finds a lane and pulls up at the left elbow, knocks it down. McKenna with the 2, and the Rebels lead 2-0 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. The Rebels have gone almost exclusively man-to-man defense this season. Right wing, Iverson holding, Wallenstein on her. To the top, a hot pass for Lazenby. She'll fire underneath, and it's in and out of the hands of Thomas, but she gets it back, tracks it down, gives to Iverson. Long 2 from the right wing. This one a little too long, and a rebound. Stacy has it poked away by Leffler, and Fallon Johnson is there. She gets rid of it just before being bumped down to her backside out of bounds. So Johnson with 2 early rebounds. Lauren Thompson down near the right corner, kicks it back up to Stacy. McKenna again to Thompson. Quick pass, McKenna drives, floats it up short, and Stewart with the rebound. Stacy trying to chase her down from behind, can't get there. Aspen with 2 rebounds already, but the Rebels lead 2-0 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard with 3 minutes gone by. Check that, 3 minutes gone by in the first quarter. 1 field goal is all we've seen as far as scoring goes. Iverson has it poked away. She touched it last. She said, no, I didn't. That should be my basketball, but the official didn't see it that way, and it's going to the Rebels. Fallon Johnson, 3 solid minutes out of her to start this game. One of just 3 seniors on this team, Lauren Thompson and Taylor McKinnon, the other 2. Stacy across the timeline gives to Tingy. Sage, a big part of the Rebel JV win. McKenna drives, misses the shot, and Aspen Stewart has her 3rd rebound. She'll turn and push. Lauren picks her up, then she'll go right up into Sydney Hatch. Shot is missed, and Lauren Thompson has the rebound. Rebels are out to run, but Thompson gets slowed down enough to stop the fast break opportunity. Thompson brings it slowly across the timeline. Rebels attacking right to left at mylocalradio.com. Stacy follows a screen up top, and an offensive foul against Rich, a moving screen. Lauren Thompson picks up her first. Rebels with 2 team fouls. Tigers have yet to commit a foul. 4:10 left, almost midway through the first quarter. 2-0 Rich with a narrow lead. Last time we were here in Tabiona, the Tigers won 58-54. That was a high-scoring affair. Stewart, the free throw line, turns, dribbles a couple of times, pulls up and misses. McKenna Stacy with the big rebound. She averages 7 of those per night. Quickly up ahead, Thompson kicks it back up top. Wallenstein, left wing. Stacy fakes the 3. Pulls up high left post, misses short. Fights for her own rebound but can't get it. And it's into the hands of Leffler, who has it poked away by Stacy and out of bounds.
Tigers pulling down lots of rebounds off of Rebel misses so far. 2-0 is your score. Rich on top. Midway through the first. You expect these teams to know each other well. I think offenses will find their groove more later on. But not too surprising to see such a low score here in this first quarter of a Region 22 battle. The winner of this matchup, Rich and Tabiona, will likely win Region 22. A foul down inside, a blocking foul against Rich. And this is against, oh no, it's against Tabiona, against Cassidy Thomas. And I didn't see the contact. The official, it was just kind of a lazy move across the lane. Teams were kind of setting up. Tabby was running their offense, and Thomas just pushed. So that's the first foul against the Tigers with 3:24 left in the first. Tingy, Brown, Walentine, Thompson, and Stacy on the floor for Rich. Eliana just checked into the game. Stacy gives right wing to Thompson. Tigers have switched to a man-to-man maybe. Rebels working around, give to Tingy, long two, left wing. That one finds its way home. Tingy with the bucket, and Rich leads 4-0 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Top of the key, Iverson picked up by Walentine. Lauren Thompson guarding Aspen Stewart. Iverson dishes off, almost it was taken away, but Cassidy Bales pulls it in. Back to Iverson. Lazenby, Peyton jabs left, goes right into the lane, puts it up off the glass, no good, too strong, and McKenna Stacy has the rebound. Stacy up ahead to Tingy. Sage stops on the left wing, kicks up top, Walentine, right wing. Stacy fakes the three, drives right at Bales, passes over the top to Lauren, and the Rebels work it back around and reset the offense. Thompson, left wing, thought about a shot, but good closeout defense. Tingy again to Thompson on the left. 2:18 left in the first. Thompson this time left open long enough to fire away. Misses just short from three-point land. And the rebound, a jump ball between Peyton Lazenby and Eliana Brown. Now this will be Tabiona basketball, but you love that Eliana Brown, every rebound that comes down, she thinks she can get it, and she gets so many of them, about 6, 7 per game. That's a Mound Valley Cattle Company jump ball brought to you by Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Iverson across the timeline. 2 minutes left in the first. Rebels a narrow 4-0 lead. Iverson looks back door. Rebels deflect the pass that was intended for a cutting Cassidy Thomas. Good hands by Walentine to deflect that out, and the Tigers will inbound from the baseline. Stewart to trigger it in. She'll go in right corner. Iverson looking to go right back to Aspen, but Lauren fronts her and denies the pass. Still, Lauren battling hard under there. Pass across the top. Stacy deflects it ahead. Lazenby chases it down, and she's fouled by Tingy as she turned to head up court. Sage will pick up her first. Great hustle by Lazenby to get to that ball. It was pretty much a 50-50, and she just got there quicker. She did have a little better angle on it as it angled toward the sideline, and that's where it was a little closer to her. Inbound to Iverson. J.C. Cornea set to check in with 1:40 left in the first. Left wing holding is Cassidy Thomas. Looking up top for Stewart. Can't find her. Tries to dribble. She's cut off. Almost lost it, but gets it back. Iverson just off center on the right side. Kicks it up top. Stewart, free throw line, turnaround Jay, finds its way through. Stewart hits the 2-point basket with 1:21 left in the first. The Tigers get onto the board. Rebels open three, left wing. Stacy just a bit long. Battle for the board, and Aspen Stewart has her 4th Tiger rebound. Long pass ahead to Lazenby. Stacy got back defensively. Good heads up. Looking across the lane all alone. They get it to Thomas, but then she turns and misses the shot. Lazenby, the offensive board. Putback is up and in. And we're tied. Peyton Lazenby with the rebound and the putback. 4-4 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rebels scored the first 4. Tigers have the last 4. Tingy to Stacy. Rebels have missed some open looks. Brown at the free throw line. Has to wiggle around to keep it away from the defense. Tingy tries to drive, and she's fouled. Just a second foul of the game against the Tigers. And this one against Kenley Iverson, the senior. Several seniors on this Tabiona Tiger team. We got Rebels versus Tabiona, the boys game, coming up right after this girls game finishes up. Make sure to stay tuned for that. Inbound play brought to you by the Crawford Trough. Rebels work it out, then back toward the corner, and the pass a little too far outside, and Stacy lets it go through her hands. I think she was looking to make a play before she fully had possession. 31.9 seconds left in the first, and Tabby takes over. And an errant pass goes right in the hands of Sage Tingy. Tingy attacks, misses the layup. Iverson has it, and a jump ball coming down. The Rebels will have possession. Gives Sage Tingy her second Station in Randolph steal of the game. She's averaging 2 per game, and so she's got her quota. Crawford Truff in Randolph, inbound play to Tingy in the right corner. Hands off back to Stacy. McKenna curls around a screen and pulls up short from deep right wing, and Brown, fighting for the rebound, loses it on the baseline, or just couldn't corral it, and it's on the baseline out of bounds. Inbound, Rebels again applying a half-court trap. Back and forth. Stewart, long pass, just crosses the timeline. An attempt at a pass. It's on the floor with 5-4. Another jump ball brought to you by the Crawford Trough. Tabiona Tiger possession arrow, so that'll give it to Rich to start the second. And the Tigers will inbound with 3.4 seconds left in the first quarter. Thomas up high. Iverson to Stewart. Drive, pulls up, and can't quite get the shot to go at the buzzer. So we'll end the first period with 8 points on the board, tied at 4 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Second quarter action coming up right after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Super kids deserve super care. Experience the difference with board-certified pediatricians Alan Brown, MD, and Bird Gilmartin, MD, at Uinta Medical Group. Whether it's tracking your child's overall health at Well Child Checks or helping your little ones feel better when they're sick, Dr. Brown and Dr. Gilmartin are here to help your child grow, learn, and thrive. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Brown or Dr. Gilmartin by calling 307-789-WELL 9355 or visit evanstonanytime.com.
At Jensen Wood Motor, it's our goal to make sure every customer is a repeat customer. The way we do that, our customers are our friends.
It's our job to help you find what you're looking for at the best possible price. It's always good to know that your salesman is working for you.
We understand.
On who? Thanks. JC. All right, we might be back on. Our internet was running smoothly and fine, and then suddenly just died, booted us out, worked through the issues, or at least it appears for the moment that we've worked through the issues. JC Cornea at the foul line. I believe she missed the first, Kaylee, and then second one she missed as well, but a lane violation will give her a second free throw opportunity. And I'm gonna, if you're listening for the game on the radio, KADQ, we're not gonna get it on the air just just yet as we work through some more of these internet issues. Cornea can't get that next free throw to go either. Aspen Stewart pulls down the rebound. She's got 6 in the game to go along with 5 points. She's the leading scorer for the Tigers. 5 of the 11 Tiger points have come from Aspen Stewart. She turns in the lane, pulls up, and a double dribble. Rebels dodge a bullet there as the Tigers turn it over for a 4th time in the game. Man, the internet was so smooth and good for a while there. Did you guys get a hold of Wagner? And then it just died. Things were going real smoothly for us and then fell apart. So for now, if you're listening on KADQ, it's going to be just music for a few minutes. We'll try to get this stream working better on the internet. In the meantime, Rebels lead 11-9. They've gotten 4 points from Allie Wallenton here in the second quarter. Lauren Thompson hit a 3 early on in the period, and that's your so far the Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle.
Can you have a? Thanks.
I think another good name for Matt Rex, the owner of T-Bar's Body Shop in Evanston, would be the Anger Eraser. I came out to the parking lot to find a ding and scratch. I was so angry, I went to T-Bar's Body Shop to get a quote and met Matt Rex. He said they would fix it, and he'd even talk to my insurance company. When I picked up my car, it looked great. No stress, no hassle. Matt's friendliness and quality service erased all my anger. When your car gets bugged up, don't get angry, just let T-Bar fix your car.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live.
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Peg Leg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as tall as a man wave in the wind. Today, you don't have to ride in a wagon to visit Bear Lake Valley, but the rich history is still here to enjoy. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Welcome back to Tabiona. We had some internet issues, got booted off the network, couldn't get things back going, and kind of got it on choppy, but back and forth. Didn't want to go back on air until we really looked like things were back solid, and I think we're at that point. A low-scoring first half. The Rebels got 4 points from Allie Wallentyne, 3 out of Lauren Thompson, and lead 11-9 at the half. We've just gotten underway in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Aspen Stewart is at the free throw line, shooting 2. She missed the first, missed the second, and Sydney Hatch has the rebound, poked away from behind, but then a missed shot, and Sydney has the rebound for Rich. Aspen Stewart and the Tabiona Tigers 1 of 6 from the free throw line in this ball game, and they trail by 2. Boy, if they even go 50%, we're tied instead of a 2-point difference. Tingy, right wing to Lauren Thompson. Rebels having trouble getting shots to go down. They got the open looks they wanted in that first half, just didn't hit them. And again, as I mentioned earlier, Rich has been a very good second half team. They've outscored their opponents by an average of 29-18 in the second half over the last 7 games. Thompson goes right wing. Tingy, Rebels against the 2-3 zone, and sometimes it can be tough, especially if you're not hitting from outside. It can be real tough to score against a 2-3 zone that rotates quickly. Stacy gets the ball inside, shoots down to the right. What's that? Oh, thank you. So Sage Tingy has 2 fouls, unless I'm sure I missed a bunch of stuff. The foul there goes to Peyton Lazenby, and that's her second. McKenna Stacy is at the line shooting 2 Bear Lake Realty free throws, and the first one hits the back iron and then pops high and drops down through. Stacy, a 62% free throw shooter this season, has a second opportunity coming. The Bear Lake Realty free throw line. We apologize to all of our sponsors that, boy, just things happen sometimes. Internet was not working, and got it back on as fast and as best as I could. And the Bear Lake Realty brings you our free throws. Rebels on top 13-9 after those 2 makes by McKenna Stacy. A pass down to the corner, and the Tigers mishandle it out of bounds. Now, I missed a lot of stuff in that first half, but I did have Rich with 5 turnovers, Tabiona with 4. And we do know one thing, the Rebels are up by just 4 points in a low-scoring defensive battle to open up Region 22 play. Wallentyne looking for Stacy, posted up down low. They can't get it in there, so Rich gives free throw line. Hatch, Thompson, right corner. Stacy fakes the long 2, drives, kicks free throw line. Tingy shoots and misses. Stacy has the rebound. She skied up for that thing, and she's on the floor. A little pile up for it, and Coach Lundgren gets a timeout. We'll take a quick one as well, brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental here on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
What are 2 words that tell the world you had the best time ever? Epic Recreation. That's right. Nothing else compares, and you do it all again. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at Bear Lake. Open year-round, Epic Recreation has everything you need. Boats, Sea-Doos, paddleboards, kayaks, UTVs, and more. When you want to have an epic vacation at Bear Lake, remember, Epic Recreation equals epic fun. Visit epicrecreation.net.
Rebels coming out of the Comprehensive Family Dental timeout, lob it into the middle. Hatch can't quite finish, and Aspen Stewart, I'm sure I missed a couple, but she's got at least 8 rebounds in the game already in this one for Aspen Stewart. Also leads her team with 5-point scoring. She lobs across the middle, and McKenna Stacy pulls it away. She gets a double team, but passes it away from that. Nice job by Stacy, a station in Randolph Steele. And then the dish. Rebels go down inside. Sage Tingy takes on the D, doesn't get the whistle, and misses the shot short. Rebound for Kenley Iverson of Tabiona. Rich on top 13-9 with 5:56 left in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Peyton Lazenby on the left wing. Rebels still in the man-to-man defense. Give to Aspen Stewart. She'll turn and shoot through the D. Sage Tingy says, I had my arm straight in the air, but she gets whistled for her 3rd personal foul.
Tough to argue with that. She did look like pretty good defense. She was moving with Stewart. She backed off. She put her arms straight up and got whistled for the foul. Aspen's first free throw. It's the shooter's roll. And hits the glass and then drops down through. Tigers can make it a 2-point ball game if Stewart hits the second one. She does not, and Wallenstein has the Rebel rebound. Good box out by AWOL. 13-10, it's a one-possession ball game midway through the third quarter, brought to you by Epic Recreation. For all your rentals in Bear Lake, visit epicrecreation.net or find them on Facebook. That's Epic Recreation. Wallenstein, Thompson, Stacy, Hatch, and Fallon Johnson on the floor for Rich. Johnson has it on the left wing, looking down left corner. She goes to Stacy. McKenna fires it across to Thompson on the right wing. She'll try to drive. Good defense by Lazenby, cutting her off there. Rich kicks it back up top. And again, against the 2-3 zone defense, just not much room to do anything. Hatch receives the pass. It's slapped away, and Kinley Iverson has the takeaway. Tigers can tie or come to within 2 with this possession. It's 13-10. Rebels with a narrow lead. Kinley Iverson down in the right corner. Dribbles up toward the top of the arc. Gets to Lazenby at the free throw line. Peyton drives, tries to pass inside, and throws it to nobody. Out of bounds, Rebel basketball. She was trying to lob it in to Cassidy Thomas, who was boxing out to set up to try and get an offensive rebound. Thompson crosses the timeline. Rebels attacking left to right at mylocalradio.com here in the second half. Rich works it around quickly. Johnson in the left wing. Stacy running the baseline. Thompson tries to drive and a reach-in foul. Sherika Leffler will pick up the personal foul, and we'll see. That's her first personal. Rebels will inbound from the sideline. A Crawford Trough inbound play. Steals in the game are presented by the station in Randolph. 3-point shots by T7 Propane and Woodruff. Rebels have one of those. It was Lauren Thompson who knocked that down. Inbound to Stacy. Handoff back to Wallenstein. Rebels have not been able to get much going offensively. Of course, neither have the Tigers. Rebels average 44 points per game. Tigers average 37 per contest. Rich goes back door to Cornea. Then up top, Wallenstein drives right side to the right corner. Stacy fakes the three, gets by the D, loses her balance, shoots it up off the window, misses, but goes to the floor, draws the foul, and heads to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line to shoot 2. The foul charge to Peyton Lazenby, and that is her third. Now McKenna, the Bear Lake Realty free throw line, where the Rebels went 0 for 2 in the first half. And so far here in the second, 2 of 3 as Stacy misses the front end of this trip. McKenna steps back up to the line, toes it, a couple of dribbles, a little spin in the hands, eyes the target, fires away, and this one rattles and pops out. Aspen Stewart with her second rebound of the quarter. The Rebel lead is still just 3 after those 2 missed Bear Lake Realty free throws. Stewart across the timeline, gives left side. Defended by Lauren Thompson. Pass somehow threads the needle to Stewart. She'll turn, shoot, and hit off the window. That one rattled hard and found its way through the net. 13-12, Aspen Stewart. It's a one-man team offensively and on the rebounding. I've got her with 8 points. That's 8 of the team's 12. Plus, she has 9 rebounds at least. Hatch at the free throw line. Back out to Stacy. McKenna left wing to Wallenstein. Rebels have got to move it a little more quickly. Hatch at the free throw line misses. Gets her own rebound. A fight for it with Kinley Iverson. Jump ball. Possession arrow to the Rebels. Nice job by Sydney Hatch to force the Mountain Valley Cattle Company jump ball. Brought to you by Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Ellie Brown checks in. So it's Brown, Cornea, Wallenstein, Stacy, and Thompson on the floor. 13-12. Rich nursing a 1-point lead in this Region 22 showdown. Rebels come in at 10-2. Tigers at 4-8. Wallenstein drives, floats, and just a little bit strong missed Cassidy Thomas. That one went off the back iron. Thomas gives to Stewart across the timeline. Tigers in the home whites. Aspen dribbles left, lobs it back door underneath. Rhodes picks it up and kicks it back outside to to Iverson. Kenley follows a screen to her left into the corner. Abby Rhodes. I hope she's a fan of the Beatles.
Drive and a miss by Cassidy Thomas. Ali Wallenstein gets the Rebel rebound. Quickly ahead, Stacy crossover to the high post. Outside Wallenstein, left wing three. She pulls up just short, and the rebound out of bounds down in the corner, left side. 13-12, the score remains. Rebels scored 4 in the first, 7 in the second. They've got 2 so far here in the third. Tigers 4 in the first, 5 in the second, 3 so far here in the third. In a defensive battle, we know these teams know each other well, and they just know each other well enough to just shut each other down. Wallenstein, oh boy, that's an interesting call. Cassidy Thomas had the ball up high. Wallenstein got 2 hands on the ball. Thomas brought it down to about shoulder level, which put Wallenstein in a compromising position. Maybe should have been a jump ball early, but the whistle came later, and it was a foul. So Wallenstein picks up her first. Stewart drives, moving left, shoots with the right, misses. Bales tips the rebound away from the Rebels, and Stewart picks it up and puts it in. So the Tigers have their first lead of the game, 14-13 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rich jumped out to a 4-0 lead. Tigers tied it at 4, but this right here is their first lead of the contest. Cornea back to Wallenstein. Rebels have got to find something better or different offensively. Aspen Stewart trips up Stacy, and the right corner. Stewart will pick up the foul. I've got that as just her first, but I may have missed 1 or 2. Rebels will inbound again from the baseline. A Crawford Trough in Randolph inbound play as Sydney Hatch checks back into the game. Stacy inbounds right wing to Thompson. Lauren dribbles to her left. The 2-3 zone has shut down Rebels offensively. Brown left baseline. She shoots, blocked. It goes behind the basket. I thought it hit the backside of the basket. No whistle, and Stewart has it. Stacy forces the jump ball. Possession arrow should give it right back to the Tigers. And Tabiona will inbound from right in front of the Rebel bench. Tingy checks back in. Sage, I believe, has 3 personal fouls, so she'll have to be careful here, but they need her out there defensively, and Rich has to find some offense. Across the timeline goes Iverson. Tigers attacking right to left at mylocalradio.com. Stewart in the lane. Funny spin move. Rebels defend it well, and Sage Tingy receives from Hatch. Tingy up across the timeline. She's hit from behind. That pushes her into Iverson, I believe, who is in front of her. And several players in Aspen Stewart, one of them, she's slow to get up, but several on the floor. The foul should be on Stewart, and I think that is the call. She hit Tingy from behind. That caused the collision as she tried it was a hustle play. It wasn't anything malicious. She was just trying to get back and take the ball away from Tingy. And that could be costly. 14-13, Tigers on top, 1:22 left in the Epic Recreation third. And we'll be right back with this injury timeout, brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
You're invited to come in and visit with the team at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley today. Our customers are our friends. If you haven't ever been in, stop in today. We'd love to get to know you. If you haven't been in for a while, stop in and let's get caught up. And if you were here yesterday, come back again soon. You always have an open invitation to visit the crew at Cash Honda Yamaha, where our customers are our friends, on US 91 between Logan and Smithfield.
That's not what you want to see right there. Good to see her, Aspen Stewart, helped up off the court. She's carried off by Coach Jake Fabrizio and another assistant, and well, we hope she's okay. I hope Aspen comes back and this is nothing serious. That's the last thing you want to see in a basketball game is somebody get hurt like that, especially just making a hustle play. So the Tigers come out without their floor general. Aspen had, I believe, 10 rebounds and 8 points to this point in the game. We'll see how this affects their defense. Rebels with the basketball. Stacy gets by the D, shoots, misses short because it was partially blocked, but Hatch is there for the Rebels. That's a big-time play by Sydney, and Rich resets the offense. Thompson skips it across to Brown. Tingy tries to drive to the free throw line. Iverson cuts her off there. Good deep by Kenley. Brown looking inside. Goes right corner to Stacy, poked away by Lazenby, out of bounds. Rebel basketball with 56.3 seconds left in the third. Rich has just 2 points in the quarter, 2 free throws, no field goals. So 2 free throws by McKenna Stacy. McKenna with the Crawford Trough and Randolph inbound play. Gives it up, gets it back, then gives to Thompson. Lauren wanted to shoot the 3. Defense was there. Instead, Lauren drives and can't get it to go off the window. Hatch had the rebound but couldn't keep it off the baseline, and the Rebels can't regain the lead with 46.5 seconds left in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Normally in the halftime, we have Town of Randolph first half highlights. We'll get to those in a little bit if we have some time. Drive and a miss by Lazenby. Rebels have the rebound by McKenna Stacy. She'll give right wing, and Tingy pulls up for a long 2 and misses. Brown with the offensive board. That doesn't go. Rebound comes into the hands of Lazenby, and she loses it. Stacy was defending and may have pressured Lazenby enough to force that turnover. Inbound into the middle. Hatch wanted to shoot, had nowhere to go with it. Good defense by Bales. Outside to Tingy with 17, 16, 15. Sage will back it out and get to Brown on the right wing. Skip it back to Tingy. She'll fire away from three-point range and miss. Rebound tipped around, and Lazenby has it. She travels, throws it toward a teammate. It's deflected by the Rebels with 3-2. Lazenby shoots short, and the third quarter ends with Tabiona on top. They outscored Rich 5-2 in the period. 14-13. Tigers up by 1 as we head for the fourth and final quarter. This third has been brought to you by Epic Recreation. Make your vacation an epic one to remember. Visit epicrecreation.net for all rentals in Bear Lake.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Aspen Stewart with 10 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11 rebounds. She didn't even finish the third quarter, and she's down on the end of the bench. They're looking at her, I think, her right knee. Again, just hope the best for Aspen and that she can get back. I don't know about coming back tonight. If she does, we'll applaud that and be happy for it. Rebels have the basketball to start the fourth and final period, trailing by 1, 14-13 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Wallenstein, open 3, top of the key, no, just misses. Stacy with the offensive rebound. She'll kick it back out, and Wallenstein will reset the offense. McKenna Stacy has 4 points, 2, 4, 6, 7 rebounds, and the basketball in the right corner. Wallenstein fires quickly to Thompson. Lauren in the lane, up off the glass, got it to go. Lauren Thompson, big bucket. She has 5 points, and the Rebels retake the lead 15-14. That was a nicely drawn-up play, and the Rebels worked it around quickly. That's one of the ways to beat a zone is that you can pass faster than the zone can move. You have to move it quickly. Station in Randolph, steal for Stacy. McKenna pushing the tempo in the lane, dishes off to Tingy. She's fouled on the pass. And Rich will inbound from the baseline. The foul charge to Kenley Iverson, her third. Rebels on top by 1. Crawford Trough inbound play. Thompson steps back, shoots the 3 and hits it. Hits the front of the rim and rolls over the top. The Rolling Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet shot of the game. Lauren with 5 straight points for Rich. Down inside. Tigers shoot. It's blocked. On the floor, Tingy and Iverson wrapped up. Jump ball, possession arrow keeps it on Tabiona's end. No, that was not Iverson. That was Cassidy Thomas on the floor with Tingy. 18-14. Rebels trailed by 1 to start the period, but a 5-0 run. You may have heard in the pregame show, Coach Jake Fabrizio said 6 points in a girls' game can be huge. Inbound, Cassidy Bales blocked by Hatch, but a foul. Looked clean, and I didn't see a hand down with a push down below, but she must have hit the arm, and that's what the official calls. So Hatch picks up a 3rd personal foul. Is that? Oh, no, that's her first. I thought I had Sydney with 1 earlier, but I mistakenly gave it to her. So Cassidy Bales is at the line, misses the front end of 2 free throws. Bales averages 2 points per game. She's been good inside, has really limited what the Rebels can do or have been able to do in the paint. Bales has been a big part of that. 2nd free throw off the window, nope. And Hatch, strong rebound. Sydney I've got with 5 rebounds in the game, and Rebels go up. Lauren Thompson, left wing 3. This one rims out, and a big rebound by Cassidy Bales. She comes down and travels and then throws it away. McKenna Stacy, ball don't lie in that regard. With a station in Randolph steal. Thompson. Lauren has 8 points in the ball game. Rebels work it quickly around. They get it to Wallenstein, left wing 3. A little too strong. Rebound in the corner. Tingy and Stacy were both there, and they both kind of thought the other would go for it. Neither one did. Tabiona basketball with 6:25 left in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital 4th, and Rich leading by 4. Absolute defensive shutdown showdown. Iverson to bring it across the timeline. Lauren Thompson, some light pressure all the way up the floor. Iverson starts right, goes back left, passes. Tingy steals it. She's collided into by Cassidy Bales, and then that pushes Tingy into Coach Fabrizio, and how he's down with an injury. That should have been a foul on Bales. Tingy had position, and Bales just pushed her out of bounds. That could have been a dangerous play. So as it stands, the Tigers have possession, but then they give it away, and Coach Fabrizio calls a timeout. A deflection, are you kidding me? Wow, it's 2 plays that'll go to Tabiona that should have gone to Rich, and Tabby has a timeout. We'll take a quick one as well in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital 4th.
More than 1,300 rural hospitals were evaluated, and Bear Lake Memorial Hospital placed in the top 20 for quality and best practices and critical access. Offering a 24-hour emergency department, orthopedics, home health, a residential nursing home, physical therapy, surgical services, family doctors, chemotherapy, dialysis, and more. When it comes to your health, make sure you're seen by the best. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
Now that comprehensive family dental timeout is brought to you by Dr. Sean Grohl, providing quality family dentistry since 1998. Make sure to stay tuned. Rebel boys basketball coming up after this girls game finishes up. 6:02 left in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital 4th. We'll have a brief Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show. Normally in the games, we have the Town of Randolph first half highlights, and I just want to mention that and thank the Town of Randolph. Good luck from the mayor and board members, along with Clerk Lana Peart of the Town of Randolph. Iverson dribbles right, then back to her left. Stacy goes for a steal on a pass attempt to Leffler. They get it back. Another Tiger gets away with another travel, misses an air ball on a 3-point shot, and Sage Tingy pulls down a strong Rebel rebound. Stacy up across the timeline. Rebels attacking left to right on mylocalradio.com. Hand off to Tingy, then to Wallenstein. 5.5 left to go in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital 4th. Stacy posted up. Rebels trying to get it to her, but nothing doing. To Thompson, left wing, back out. Rebels working around the arc. Wallenstein sees a lane. She'll drive. Missed badly off the backboard, but was fouled on the shot. And Wallenstein will go to the line and shoot 2 Bear Lake Realty free throws. The foul charged to, did they say Thomas? No. Sherika Leffler with her second personal. Allie shooting 2 Bear Lake Realty free throws. And the first, rims left to right, out. Wallenstein comes into the game a 50% free throw shooter. Rebels may look back at today and say, we got to hit free throws. Just 2 of 7 so far in the ball game at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. That's somewhere just north of 25%. Wallenstein hits the second, so make it 3 of 8, and Rich leads by 5, 19-14. Aspen Stewart no longer at the end of the bench. I don't know if she went to a locker room or what, but a pass across the key, and Stacy deflects it away out of bounds. Again, our best hopes with Aspen Stewart that she's okay, and this is nothing serious. Pass inbounds, goes over the top of the Tigers, but chased down by Leffler, and a foul against the Rebels. Wallenstein got a little too tight on Leffler. Just enough of a push for Allie to pick up a second personal foul. Tigers to inbound from the near sideline. Cassidy Thomas inbounds to Iverson. Defended man-to-man, Lauren Thompson on Iverson. Starts left, goes right, follows the screen, and then again, Stacy deflects a pass toward the corner, deflects it out of bounds. 5:04 left to go, and Rich with a 5-point lead. Aspen Stewart averaged 13 points a game. She got 10 through the first 3 quarters. Pass into the middle, deflected away, and Wallenstein rips it out of the hands of Lazenby. Allie turns and runs. That's a big-time station in Randolph Steele. She'll give to Tingy. Left side, block, shot, no, but a foul, and Tingy will go to the line and shoot 2. A foul on, I believe, Cassidy Bales. It is Bales' first personal. Rebels, Sage Tingy misses the first. Tingy comes in, a 51% free throw shooter. Abby Rhodes checks into the ball game, and Tingy will get a second Bear Lake Realty free throw. It's been a defensive showcase today. Tingy hits the second of the 2 Bear Lake Realty free throw attempts, and Rich leads by 6, 20-14. Iverson across the timeline, left to right, big screen by Bales. Good help defense, no pick and roll, thanks to J.C. Cornea defending it well. Lazenby dribbles right into the corner, kicks it off to Thomas, diving to the floor. Tingy knocks it away, and then Wallenstein is there to help clean up as well. Another station in Randolph Steele for Rich. Across the lane, Tingy fouled as she comes down with it, and Rich will have it on the baseline. That's a 6th team foul against the Tigers, and a 4th personal against Kenley Iverson, I believe. J.C. Cornea checks out. And scratch what I said earlier. That's a 9th team foul. So Sage Tingy is at the line shooting 1-1. If she can get this first one, she cannot. And the rebound, good board by Cassidy Bales. Boy, she went up and just ripped that thing down. Rhodes dribbling against defense from McKenna Stacy, and a good move by Rhodes. With her right, gets all the way down, close to the right block, then kicks it back outside. Lazenby takes James Harden, steps back, and misses the 3-point shot. That was not even the step back. That was the step back 3-point attempt. Luckily for Rich, it was an air ball short and goes out of bounds. Rebel basketball. Up ahead quickly to Stacy. McKenna in the lane, kicks it out left corner. Thompson back up top to Wallenstein. Tingy and the Rebels content with a 6-point lead, and Tabby, no real, tough to find a scoring option without Aspen Stewart in there. Tingy shoots and misses short. Rebound by Thomas as Tingy was on the right baseline. Iverson works it around. Lazenby on the right wing, or the left wing rather, fakes a shot, drives into the lane, shoots wildly and misses. Wallenstein, the rebound tipped away, and then AWOL fouls Lazenby as she comes back in to fight for the rebound. So Allie will pick up a 3rd personal foul. Rebel 6th team foul, and Tabby will inbound from the baseline. Iverson to trigger it in. Rebels with Johnson, Thompson, Stacy, Wallenstein, and Tingy on the floor. Iverson looking, still looking for 5. She lobs it in deep just before the violation to Abby Rhodes. Abby dribbles left, back right, picks it up, looking for the pick and roll. Bales turns right into Wallenstein and gives to Lazenby for 3, who misses just short. Stacy with the Rebel rebound. She'll push up the left wing. Thompson into the lane. Kicks it right side, out on the wing, and Lazenby steps on the sideline. Rebel basketball. A little bit of a collision there, and Peyton planting her feet after she grabbed possession of the ball. Stepped a little too far out there, right in front of the Rebel bench. So a turnover apiece for Rich and Tabiona. And Rich has a Crawford Trough and Randolph inbound play from their own sideline. Stacy gets by the D, tries to pass off as she's fouled, and McKenna will go to the line and shoot 2. Sherika Leffler, I believe, the guilty party, her 3rd personal. Can Rich hit free throws down the stretch and pull away here is the question with just under 3 minutes to go. Rebels are just, have hit 2 of their last 6 free throws, but then Stacy hits the first. McKenna has 1 field goal in this game, and that's saying something about the way this Tabiona defense has performed tonight. They've been fantastic. Stacy's 2nd free throw doesn't go, but she gets her own rebound. It hit the back of the iron and bounced out, so she hit the first, missed the second. Rebels try to pass it across the lane, but Thomas can't hold on to it. It would have been an easy takeaway. Inbound, Stacy kicks it across. Wallenstein, open 3 right wing. No, just off the back iron. And the rebound, Kenley Iverson. Up across the timeline, 3-point shot, left side, just short from Abby Rhodes. Stacy pulls down the rebound and she's fouled. So McKenna will go to the free throw line. Stacy will get 2 Bear Lake Realty free throws. First one, back iron, goes high and too far out in front and misses. Cassidy Bales with her 2nd personal foul. Rebels lead by, it's a football score, 21-14, up by a touchdown. Stacy at the line. 2nd one finds its way through the nylon. 22-14, Rich up by 8. Tigers haven't scored in this 4th quarter. They led by 1. And Rebels deflect it. The official starts to say Rebel basketball, then changes his mind and decides there was deflection. Inbound, Rhodes defended by Stacy. Dribbles left, a late screen by Iverson, but she kind of backed off to avoid an illegal screen. She gets it back, travels, gives it away. No whistle. Rhodes bounces inside looking for Bales. Brown steps in front and she's called for the foul. Brown just beat Bales to the basketball, but Ellie will pick up the personal foul. That's a Rebel 7th team foul, so Bales will go to the line and shoot 1 and 1. Cassidy Bales 0 for 2 from the line so far in this game, and she misses that one. Rebels Allie Wallenstein with the rebound. 22-14, 2 minutes to go. The Bear Lake Memorial Hospital 4th, and the Rebels back it out, force Tabiona into a man-to-man defense. Wallenstein hands off to Lauren. Thompson. Iverson coming in, looked like she was trying to foul, but didn't get the whistle. Coach Fabrizio, as Rich gives to Tingy, says foul her, foul her. So Sage will go to the line and shoot 2. Tingy has been a little up and down at the free throw line, but against Cokeville last Saturday, 7 for 7. So far today, 1 of 4 as she misses the front end of this trip. Sage will get a 2nd free throw opportunity. Would put the Rebels up 9. She hits it. And Rich, the Rebel lead is almost up to double digits. We still have not seen, oh, there's Aspen Stewart, ice on her right knee, leg up. Coach Fabrizio goes over to chat with her.
and says, you'll be back for when we play at Rich. We'll get them then, I'm sure, something along those lines. Rhodes dribbles to her left. 1:37 left to go. Rich up by 9. Rhodes in some trouble. Can't get rid of it. 4, 5, 10 seconds. She finally gets rid of it to Iverson. Kenley, right corner, 3-point shot. Up and in. Sherika Leffler with the quick release. And Coach Fabrizio takes a timeout. We'll take a quick one as well on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. In the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital 4th.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Our camera tonight is presented by Bear Lake Realty. If you're looking for beachfront, room with a view, maybe you have family members or friends looking for real estate in the Bear Lake area, make sure to refer them to Bear Lake Realty so they can work with the best. BearLakeRealty.com. Tabiona Tiger fans over across the way in the home bleachers. And those are nice seats. Have you sat over there, Kaylee? Kaylee Hatch running my camera tonight. They're like stadium seating, and they're a little bit padded. They got the back on them so you can sit in comfort if you're in that home bleacher section. Rebels on this near side. Rebel fans right down below us here at Tabiona High School. Rebels facing some full court pressure. Up across the timeline, Stacy gives back to Walentine. 1:16 left to go. Defense comes up. Rebels give to Thompson. Will the Tigers try and foul? No, they defend. Rich gives to Tingy, and Coach Fabrizio says foul her. It goes back court. It was deflected, but they don't see the deflection. They'll just say Rich turns it over. Leffler ended up on the floor, was a bit slow to get up. 23-17, the Rebel lead is just 6 with 1:04 left to go. The last 2 possessions, they've totally taken their foot off the gas, not even tried to score, just trying to eat up the clock. Rhodes dribbles left. Tingy helps. Rhodes goes back to her right, drives, finishes, and the foul. Tigers battling back in with the Rebels not really attacking to play any offense. And Abby Rhodes finds a lane all the way to the hoop. The basket and the foul. Foul charge to Allie Walentine. Nope. McKenna Stacy with her first. Rhodes free throw, back of the iron, left side of the iron. No offensive rebound and a timeout. Coach Fabrizio with 53.7 seconds left to go. A 4-point lead. What was a 9-point Rebel lead is down to 4 after a 3-point bucket from Sherika Leffler. And then the 2 by Abby Rhodes and an offensive rebound from Cassidy Thomas. This has not been the Rebels' best performance of the season. If they come out of here with a win, they're probably going to feel fortunate. Rich will play Tabiona again right at the end of the season. February 1st. I guess that's not quite the end of the season, but February 1st at Rich. The girls and the boys. Rebel boys waiting in the wings. They'll take the court here in just a few minutes, and our Rebel broadcast will ensue. Right after this girls' game ends, we'll do a quick Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap, give the Pugstone Sporting Goods adjustment of the game and the McKay Frankham precision play, as well as the Rolene Kennedy shot and play of the game. To inbound is Peyton Lazenby. Rebels in a man-to-man, defending the inbound play. Lazenby goes down underneath for Rhodes. She's blocked but fouled. Lauren may have gotten her with the body. Looked like a clean block up top. The official says nope, got her on the arm. So Lauren picks up another foul and sends Abby Rhodes back to the line where she's 0 for 1 so far in the ball game. And Rhodes will shoot 2. Clock stops at 52.4. And the first swishes through. That brings this to a 1-possession ball game, 23-20. On the Stacey's Repair scoreboard, 10-2 Rich against 4-8
He takes her time and hits the second as well. A timeout, Rebels 23-21. The Tigers within 2. 52.4 left to go. Timeout on the court. We'll keep it right here. And in fact, while we've got this moment, let's cover a couple of things. The Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet shot of the game. I think we're going to give that one to Lauren Thompson. The Rebels were up by 1, 15-14 early in this quarter. And Lauren hit a 3-point bucket to push Rich out to a 4-point lead at the time, 18-14. Lauren has the precision play of the game early in the second quarter. We were tied at 4. She came off a screen and hit another 3. One of 2 T7 Propane and Woodruff 3-pointers that she's hit today. It's the McKay Frankham Dental Services precision play of the game. That may be trumped depending on what the Rebels can do here with the basketball up by just 2, 52 seconds to go. And the Rebels struggling from the free throw line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of their last 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. As a team, they're a 53% free throw shooting team this season. That's after last year the team shot 74% as a team. Rebels to inbound. They get it to Stacy. Half-court trap set up by the Tigers. Stacy dribbles through, dishes off to Thompson. Lauren, couple of dribbles, triple team comes. She's going to have to find something. She looks for Tingy, but Coach Lundgren got a timeout, a full timeout with 41.3 to go. We'll take a quick one as well and be right back on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
According to the United States Census of 2010, the town of Randolph has a population of 464 people, and every one of us root for the Rich High Rebels.
Who slams it home?
Welcome to Randolph, Utah. We love being able to host the visiting teams, their coaches, their parents, and fans when Rich High has a home game. We love all of our visitors year-round and hope that you can take some time soon to come and visit us in our little slice of heaven, Randolph, Utah.
Sometimes when you're shopping for a vehicle, you're not sure what you want, so you drop by and look at all the options. Other times you know exactly what you want. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, you can call us or schedule a test drive online. We'll have it ready when you get here. We're here to help you get exactly what you want on your schedule. So whether you want to browse or pre-schedule a test drive, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet is here for you. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Aspen Stewart went down with a knee injury late in the third quarter, had 10 points, 11 rebounds to that point. Rebels inbound. Lauren Thompson on the right wing. Rich trying to get it to Stacy. Lauren backs it out, gives to Wallenton. Allie hands off to McKenna. She'll dribble to her right, looking for a lane. Pulls up, free throw line jumper, no. Offensive board, Ellie Brown. Her shot attempt, put back is blocked, and comes down and goes out of bounds off of Sherika Leffler. I think that's the play the Rebels wanted, to try and spread Tabiona out and then get a basket to ice it. 25.4 seconds left to go and another timeout. Brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental and Dr. Sean Grohl, providing quality family dentistry since 1998. Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet presents the shot and the play of the game. I mentioned the shot, Lauren Thompson's 3. The play of the game, Allie Wallenton. The Rebels against the spread, this 2-3 zone defense, packing it in and almost daring the Rebels to shoot threes, which they have taken their fair share tonight and not hit many. Lauren Thompson's hit 2, that's it. But one of the times, possession early in the fourth quarter, Rebels were down 14-13, and Rich worked it around perfectly well. From the right corner, around the top, down to the left block, and Lauren Thompson finished on the Allie Wallenton assist. That put Rich up 15-14. They haven't trailed since then, but their lead is down to just 2. We'll also finish with our Pugstone Sporting Goods adjustment of the game. But first, 25.4 seconds to go. A Crawford Trough and Randolph inbound play. Wallenton, right corner, Stacy. Gives a little ball fake 3, and then she's fouled, and McKenna will go to the line. A tiny bit of contact from either Rhodes or Lazenby. Who did they call that on? Coach Fabrizio can't believe it. He rips his tie almost off in frustration at that whistle. The scoreboard, this clock finally puts it up there against Peyton Lazenby with her 4th. I think Stacy's the last one that Coach Fabrizio wanted to see get fouled, and this is why. Stacy hits the first. McKenna with a second free throw opportunity. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 free throw attempts for Stacy in the ball game. And she hits the second with a swish. 2 big free throws by the sophomore. Makes it a 2-possession ball game. 18-17 across the timeline. Coach Fabrizio calls a timeout with 16.7 seconds left to go. McKenna Stacy, 2 big-time free throws there. Those may have just become the Rolene Kennedy shot of the game. Tough to take away from Lauren Thompson's 2 3-pointers tonight, but maybe we call that those free throws a play of the game or something, because those are 2 huge Bear Lake Realty free throws. If you, a friend or family, are looking for real estate in the Bear Lake area, visit Bear Lake Realty and work with the best. You can buy a home. They can help show you how to rent it out so it pays for itself. Pretty soon, I mean, you can enjoy it some of the time as well, and then pretty soon you've got a home in Bear Lake. Visit BearLakeRealty.com to find out more. Steals tonight are presented by the station in Randolph. The station in Randolph here for your convenience needs. The Rebels a 4-point lead with 16.7 seconds left to go. Inbound to Iverson. Rebels have switched to a zone defense. Work to the right corner. 3-point shot. Air ball over the top. Stacy tracks it down. Lazenby tries to get her, and Stacy saves it in. It's picked up by Rhodes, and she's fouled quickly. She was not in the act of shooting, but it's a 10th team foul, so she'll shoot 2 anyway. The foul charged to Sage Tingy, and that's her 4th. So Stacy was tiptoeing the baseline and just couldn't stay in. She had to throw it somewhere. Rhodes first, swishes. She missed her first free throw, but she's made 3 in a row. This would cut it to a 2-point ball game, 6.2 seconds left to go. I don't know how many timeouts, if any, Coach Fabrizio or Coach Lundgren have. Rhodes, just a freshman. Abby really takes her time, misses short, rebound, tip. Bales has it, shoots, hits, and Rebels will inbound. Stacy is hit hard by Lazenby at the buzzer. 25-24. Is that the ball game? The officials say that's it. Rebels win 25-24. Whew, dramatic fashion. A close one at Tabiona, and Rich comes out on top. 1-0 in Region 22 play, 25-24. Rebels survive a late onslaught by the Tigers. We'll take a quick break and be back with your quick post-game show, including the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Hello all, Dr. Dog here. I want to talk to you about PetMinerals.com. By merging the highest quality veterinary grade ingredients with highly advanced mineral technology, PetMinerals.com produces the most innovative pet supplements on the market. The supplements focus on specific needs like hip and joint, digestive, and overall diet. You and I both know a healthy pet is a happy pet. Show your pets how much you care. Order them supplements today at PetMinerals.com.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
Welcome back to Tabiona High School. A real quick Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. We'll do a final Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap right after the boys' game. But the Rebels escape with a win at Tabiona. Rich jumped out to a 4-0 lead. Tabby tied it at 4 at the end of the first. Rebels led by just 2 at the half and trailed by 1 at the end of the third. Rich jumped out to a 9-point lead in the fourth quarter. Tabiona battled back without their top player in Aspen Stewart, and the Rebels barely held on for a 25-24 victory. Rich finished the game just 9 of 19 at the free throw line. The Tigers were even worse than that. but Rich gets the win by 1 and improves to 1-0 in Region 22 play. Rebel boys and Tabiona Tiger boys game coming up in just a couple of minutes. Real quickly, the Rolene Kennedy shot and play of the game. Lauren Thompson gets the shot and the play. She hit 2 threes. Take your pick on which one you want to give for which play. The precision play of the game, Allie Wallenstein to Lauren Thompson for the 2 that put Rich on top 15-14 at the beginning of the 4th, and Rich never trailed again. And the Puckstone Sporting Goods adjustment of the game, Rebels adjusting against the 2-3 zone that Tabiona put on tonight. Rebels, they didn't score a lot, but they adjusted enough to get to the 25 points and earn the win. Stay tuned. Rebel boys basketball coming up when we return on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
It's time to stop stressing about your taxes. Whether you're filing personal, corporate, ranch, and farming, or other types of taxes, whatever you need, Gary Tusher CPA and his team can handle all of the details for you. Gary's been providing professional tax preparation and financial services for over 30 years. As a rancher himself, Gary has a unique understanding of farm, ranch, and corporate tax requirements. So stop stressing about taxes. Call Gary Tusher CPA today, 208-847-2601.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Welcome back to Rebel Basketball on KADQ and mylocalradio.com. The Rebel boys taking on the Tabiona Tigers tonight. Rich coming off a 55-41 loss against the Bear Lake Bears last night. Rebels got 15 points from Reagan Huffner and 10 from Jaden Nelson. They're going to need that again from those two guys, plus a lot more out of Jared Anderson, Jordan Stacy, Case and Trinity Landon. Take your pick. Everybody's going to have a good one tonight to beat this Tabiona Tigers team that comes in at 10-2. Their only 2 losses against 3A Grand and 1A's top team, well, one of 1A's top teams, Wendover. Tabiona has wins against a couple of teams the Rebels have lost to. Tabby beat Duchesne. Of course, the Rebels won and lost against Duchesne. Tabby beat Valley by 16 points, and that was just a few days after the Rebels lost to Valley by about 16. Tabiona Tigers looking good this season. Rebels beat them twice last year, including a blowout 65-34 in February at Rich, but it was a closer game here in Tabby. Rebels won by just 11 points. And but really none of the big contributors for Rich from last year in those 2 games and those 2 wins, none of them came back this year. They all graduated and moved on, and so Rich will have to be on top of their game tonight to beat a very good Tabiona Tiger team that averages, let me get the scene set graphic up there for you, averages 65 points a game and allows just under 50. The Rebels are scoring just under 50 and allowing 52. Rebels and Tigers coming up. We'll talk with each of the coaches when we return on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com. Normally in our Rebel boys basketball pregame, we have a standout student interview, and that's brought to you by Western Ag Credit, your partner in agriculture, at 848 Front Street in Evanston. Now, because of time, we will not be able to do that Western Ag Credit standout student today, but we still thank Western Ag Credit for that sponsorship.
When it comes to farming and ranching, it makes good sense to work with a lender who understands finance and agriculture. Western Ag Credit is an independent cooperative owned by the farmers and ranchers who borrow from it. With competitive rates, your loan is tailored to match your business needs. Real estate, livestock, equipment, and operating expenses. When it comes to farming and ranching financing, Western Ag Credit in Evanston is your partner in agriculture.
This is Rich Rebel head basketball coach Ashley Brown here on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, and we're about 15 minutes away from the opening tip here on the Gary H. Tusher CPA pregame show.
Welcome to the Ashley Brown Coaches Show, brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff. For all your propane needs, call 435-793-4208. After last night's loss against Bear Lake, the Rebels get back on the court, and in Region 22 play, it's the region opener at Tabiona, one of the top teams for certain in the region this year. No one sees the game the way the coaches do, so we'll take a few minutes to visit with opposing coach Lee Gines and hear about the Tigers, and then we'll talk to Rebel head man Ashley Brown and get his thoughts on how the Rebels can beat the Tigers tonight in Tabiona. You're tuned in to Rich High School basketball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3 with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com.
Propane is a byproduct of two processes, natural gas processing and petroleum refining. About 90% of U.S. propane is domestically produced and stored in huge salt caverns, which can store 80 million barrels or more of this gas. This quality product is shipped by pipeline, truck, ship, and barge until it reaches T7 Propane in Woodruff. From there, it gets to your home or ranch for your convenience and comfort. Call T7 Propane. Get set up for regular propane deliveries so you don't run out. T7 Propane in Woodruff.
With Coach Lee Gines of the Tabiona Tigers. Coach, a good year so far, a good start, 10-2.
Yeah, we've had a great start, 10-2, but the problem is now everybody's 0-0 when you start league play, so that 10-2 record don't mean nothing tonight. It's just 0-0 for us all right now.
It's a big night tonight with you hosting Rich, teams that have split or won the region title the last few years. What does Rich do, or what are you seeing from them this year that you're working for or ready for?
Well, Rich is always, when you talk about Rich, you got to first talk about how hard they rebound the basketball. And that's going to be key for us, is not to give Rich second shots. And so hopefully that we can stop them from getting those second shots, limit it to one. And I think we'll be in good shape if we can do that. But very seldom we can do that.
You got a big group of seniors this year, Coach. Things looking good.
Yeah, we've been waiting for this group to mature and get better. And I think they finally reached to that point where they're seniors and they're playing together. They've got to play together the last couple of years together, and I think it's all coming together right now. I'm hoping anyway. We'll see tonight.
Coach Lee Gines, thanks for your time. Good luck through the region season and the rest of the season as well.
Thank you. Should be a good fun game.
Thanks, Coach. You're tuned into the T7 Propane and Woodruff Coaches Show, and we're going to move right along because of time and hear from Coach Ashley Brown.
With Coach Ashley Brown of the Rich Rebels. Coach, a tough loss last night. I thought you played better against Bear Lake than you did at their place, though.
Yeah, I thought our kids played hard. I thought we did some good things. Bear Lake's just a very good team, and you have to play almost excellent to beat them. And, we were able to play with them for a little while, and we could get within 8 points, and then they would, make a little run on us and get it back up to 15. And that's kind of just the way the game went the whole night.
You mentioned having to play excellent to beat them. You're in the same boat tonight at Tabby.
Yeah, we're playing a very similar team to Bear Lake. They're going to spread the floor on us. They got good shooters. They got a good kid that can score next to the basket. So, the challenge is the same tonight, other than it's a region game, so it means a lot more. But, we got our hands full, and we're going to have to play well.
What's the biggest thing your team needs to do better? Get more points in the paint, more consistent scoring the ball? What is it?
Yeah, we're just not consistent scoring. I think we scored 41 points last night. And we have a couple kids that'll be able to score the ball some nights, and then we change, and it's two other kids that are different. We haven't got all 4 or 5 guys scoring consistently, and that's something that we need to be able to do.
Coach Ashley Brown of the Rich Rebels, thanks for your time. Good luck starting region play tonight in Tabby.
Okay, thank you.
Coach mentioned the inconsistency in scoring, and obviously opponent makes a difference, but Rich scored 29 in the first game, then they scored 59, then 30, 32, then 48, then 56, 50. You get the picture. They have not been consistent scoring. They'll need to find some scoring consistency tonight if they want to beat Tabiona. Our pregame coaches show has been brought to you by T7 Propane and Woodruff. For all your propane needs, call 435-793-4208. Normally, our standout student is presented by Western Ag Credit, and their pregame show is brought to you by Gary H. Tusher, CPA, for all your accounting needs. Let's jump real quickly into the Town of Laketown ledger. The Rebels and the Tigers have met at least 30 times over the course of the last, 29 times by my Laketown ledger during the last 18 or 19 years. And Rich has won 23 games, lost 6. Rich has won 16 of the last 17. They split in 2015-16, and they were co-region champs that year. The Tigers haven't swept the Rebels in a season since 05-06. but they've been very competitive and they've had a lot of close games. Rich has won 23 and lost 6 against Tabby in the last 29 matchups. That's the Town of Lake Town Ledger. Keys of the game brought to you by Rich County. Real quickly, the Rich County keys of the game. Number 1, battle of the boards. You heard Coach Gines talk about it. Rebels have to be good on team defense. The Tigers have 4 guys who average at or above 10 points per game. Gage Riley at just under 10 would be a 5th guy averaging 10 points per game. So this is a tough team. Rebels have to be good team defense. And number 3 is downtown. That refers to the 3-point shot. When the Rebels have won this season, they've made almost 5 3-pointers per game and shot about 30%. When they've lost this season, they're closer to 3 3-pointers per game and 20% shooting from beyond the arc. So if they can get that higher percentage and hit a few more threes, they'll certainly get some more points and give themselves a chance to win or be closer in it. Those are your keys of the game brought to you by Rich County. Rebels with a championship cause. Town of Woodruff starters for the visiting Rich Rebels seniors: Kason Trenary, Landon Hunting, Reagan Huffner, Jared Anderson, Jordan Stacy. Tabiona Tiger starters are seniors: Dakota Young, Hayes Giles, Gage Riley, Wyatt Fabrizio, and junior Colton Iverson. Those are your keys, or your Town of Woodruff starting lineups, and the Saby Trucking opening tip-off. Huffner and Fabrizio will meet at center court. Rebels attacking right to left, Tigers left to right, and Huffner gets up quicker than Fabrizio to win the tip. Hunting up the left wing to Anderson. Jarrett starts left, goes right, follows a couple of screens around the top, stops, pops, and he gets it to go. A long 2 from the right side, and Anderson gets the shooter's touch. It hit the front of the rim to the glass, back of the iron, and then dropped down through the nylon. Iverson at the top of the key gives to Giles. Rebels have to watch out for that high screen. Giles drives, kicked it back out. Riley, right wing to Fabrizio. Anderson on him. Rebels in a man-to-man pick and roll. Stacy goes up high, tips it, and the Rebels come up with a station in Randolph Steele. Anderson up to the left wing. He'll pull up for 3 and miss just short off the window. Iverson pulls down the rebound for Tabiona. That looked short from this angle, but it was actually a little bit long. Young drives, fakes a pass, then misses just short on the layup. Jordan Stacy with the Rebel rebound. Jordan already with a station in Randolph Steele and a rebound. Now a 3-point shot attempt. He missed it badly. Huffner tries to save. 3 Rebels in there recognize that shot was off target, Stacy included, and he tried to chase it down, but Rich couldn't get to it. So 2-0 Rebels lead on the Stacy's repair scoreboard. Fabrizio across the timeline, bounces high post to Riley. Rebels in a man-to-man. Fabrizio follows a big screen by big Gage Riley. Anderson stays with him enough, though, and Fabrizio doesn't get a shot off. Pick and roll, Iverson underneath, and Stacy strips it away as he comes down on the pick and roll pass. Huffner goes all the way to the hoop, can't quite finish. He's fouled by Riley, and Reagan will go to the line. Will he shoot 2? Yes, he will. So Huffner, a couple of Bear Lake Realty free throws coming early on for Rich. Riley picks up his first personal, and Huffner gets the first one to go. Reagan this season hasn't attempted a ton of free throws, is 60%, a little bit above that now with that make, and the second one a bit short. Rebound, Iverson pulls down his second rebound of the contest. Rebels lead 3-0 on the Stacy's repair scoreboard. Hayes Giles on the right wing, got the little mohawk cut. Riley to Young on the left wing. Up top, Iverson will hesitate and then pull the trigger on a 3. Rebound tipped into the hands of Landon Hunting of Rich. He'll hand off to Trenary in case and brings it slowly across the timeline. Rebels attacking right to left, wearing the road blues. Backdoor cut, Anderson finishes. He got in front of Fabrizio. Quick cut, perfect pass, and Anderson has 4. Rebels on top 5-0 on the Stacy's repair scoreboard. Young looking for the pick and roll with Riley, but Stacy defends the pass. Nice defense. Riley up top, gives to Giles, left wing. Hunting with him, and he'll kick it off to Iverson, right wing to Young. Watch out, Dakota will fire away from that deep. He gives it off instead to Fabrizio on the left wing. Again, the pick and roll. Fabrizio drives, hangs in the air, and he's blocked by Anderson out of bounds. Jared fired up. I don't know if we've seen him fired up this early in a game this season. They need that emotion, I think, from a few different guys tonight. Giles to inbound from the baseline. He finds Riley, and Gage misses, but he's fouled. Huffner immediately looks to the official. Me? What? And Huffner will pick up his first personal.
Sends Gage Riley to the free throw line. Gage did not score in the 2 games against Rich last year. We'll see if he can get on the board tonight. He does not with the first free throw, back of the iron. Tigers with 2 state championships, 97 and 99. Lee Giants coached them at the time. Last year finished 13 and 12, went 3 and 5 in the region. Riley gets the second one to rattle home. And the Tigers are on the scoreboard with Rich leading 5-1. Early on, 5:25 left in the first. Trineri starts right, goes left, and he's held up by Dakota Young. Not a ton of contact. The Rebels teams will have to adjust to the way that whistle came because it didn't look like much. Inbound to Trineri. Kaysen dribbles right, then back left, follows a screen. Huffner at the top of the key, defended by Riley. Huffner has the quickness advantage if they can get it to Reagan. They'll go to him in the right wing, and he'll fire away from 3. Misses the shot attempt, but a foul underneath as Stacy and Dakota Young fight for position under there. And Jordan called for a foul. I didn't see the contact. Some Rebel fans did. They heard a couple of shouts of, "Give me a break," and "Are you kidding?" But a Rebel foul is a second team foul. Under 5 to go in the first quarter. Iverson high post, left side. Gives to Fabrizio. Good help defense by Huffner. Fire back inside. Anderson rips it away from Iverson, but got him on the arm. So Jared will pick up his first foul. It's already a Rebel 3rd team foul, and Rich is going to have to adjust a little bit here what they're doing defensively. It's 3 fouls in just over 3 minutes. Giles inbounds. Dakota Young in the corner. Dribbles to his right. Kaysen stays with him. Rich on top, still 5-1. Riley inside, turns, misses, rebound, tipped into the corner, and Dakota Young has it. He'll fake the 3, drive, float, and miss over the top. Landon Hunting with the Rebel rebound. That's already Landon's second. Anderson up to the right wing, kicks it in the corner. Huffner fakes the shot, then drives, kicks it back outside to Trineri. Rebels get the play call from Coach Brown. Bounce high post to Huffner. He'll turn and fire away from the high post and miss right side. Hayes Giles with the rebound for Tabby. Hunting trying to defend, almost gets a takeaway, then he gets in the air and just bumps into Giles. Hunting's first personal, Rebel 4th team foul. And again, I've said it again, this may be your Puckstone Sporting Goods adjustment of the game. The Rebels are going to have to adjust to this quick whistle coming from the officials. Young, top of the key, Giles to the right wing, fires inside, Riley. He'll miss with the left, and Jared Anderson with the Rebel rebound. He's got Trineri up in front. Beautiful bounce pass. Trineri hit hard, and he's thrown into the bleachers. A dangerous play by Fabrizio contesting that quick, fast break move by Trineri. Kaysen will go to the line. Wyatt picks up his first personal. A 3rd team foul on Tabiona, and Trineri misses the first of 2 Bear Lake Realty free throws. Rebels just 1 of 3 so far at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. They come in as a 69% free throw shooting team. Trineri rattles the second one through, and Rich is on top 6-1. Dakota Young. Don't get comfortable here, Rebels, because this is a Tabiona team that can score a ton and in a hurry. They average better than 62 a game. Fabrizio to the free throw line, lobs inside. He finds Riley on the pick and roll, and Gage finishes on the right block. They're really working that pick and roll. The Rebels defending high, and they didn't get the pass defended that time. Anderson on the left wing, dribbles to his right. Iverson picks him up, following the screen. Jared dribbles again to his left, then goes up top. Trineri sees a little bit of a lane, dishes back to Huffner at the free throw line. Reagan attacks, all kinds of contact, and he misses the shot. He looks back at the ref. Where's the foul, sir? Doesn't get it. Good. Hayes Giles came down with the basketball after Riley's block. Gage gets it at the high post. Pivots, gives to Fabrizio under the basket, and Wyatt finishes a reverse layup. 6-5. Rebel 5-point lead is down to 1. 2:51 left in the first on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Trineri right wing to Hunting. He'll start left, then go right, and Hayes Giles reaches in. Hayes just picked up his first. That's a 4th team foul on the Tigers, I believe.
Inbound play brought to you by Mountain Valley Cattle Company. Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Colton Meek checks into the game. Jaden Nelson does as well. Anderson will trigger it in. Jared looking into the middle, nothing there. Goes out right wing to Hunting. Back to Anderson in the right corner. Jared sees the lane. The ball is stripped away, but he gets it back and tips it out to Hunting. Trenary dribbles right, stops, kicks to Meek, left wing. Feeding Jaden Nelson. He'll dribble once, gets Riley in the air, misses with the left. Meek fighting for the rebound, and Hayes spins him around, and Meek will be called for the foul. Colton got a hand in there on the basketball, wrapped up with Giles, and Hayes with the lower center of gravity came down and just spun to rip Meek around and around. That's already a 6th team foul on the Rebels, and they're calling this one tight from the start. 11 fouls, 11 points through not quite 6 minutes of game time. Fabrizio, again looking for the pick and roll with Riley. He rolls, but couldn't get the pass to him. Roll goes Iverson, and then Giles almost had it stripped away. He finally gets it to Iverson, who misses, but Riley's there for the cleanup. Rebels didn't box out Gage Riley, and the Tigers lead 7-6. Gage has 5 first quarter points. Trenary left wing to Hunting. Landon around the top. Hayes fighting through screens. Anderson in the right corner. Top of the key, Hunting, left wing to Meek. Looking inside, bounces for Nelson. Jaden kicks it outside to Hunting. And then to Anderson. 1:30 left in the first quarter. Rebels down 7-6. Tigers have scored the last 6 points. Trenary looking for the step back, but defended well by Young. Anderson, right corner to Meek. He holds, looks back door, nothing there. Anderson drives up with the right hand, can't get it. Nelson has the rebound. Fabrizio, or it was tipped away from him, and Fabrizio came up with it. He'll go all the way to the other end and lay it up and in. 9-6. Rebels forcing things on offense a little bit on that last possession. Under a minute to go, and Tigers on top 9-0. They've gone on an 8-0 run since Rich led 6-1. Trenary, right corner three, boom! Kaysen Trenary from the corner. A Pro Physical Therapy triple, and Rich ties it up at 9. Brought to you by Dr. Dallas Clark. Riley at the top. He'll fire away from downtown and miss off the front of the iron. Anderson is there, but he'll let it go out of bounds. Team rebound for Rich with 35.7 seconds left in the first. Hayes Giles gets a breather, and into the game comes Landon Rhodes. Abby Rhodes. Some kind of relation, I would imagine. A big part of Tabiona girls' comeback in the fourth quarter, but Rich still won by a point, 25-24. Hunting on the left wing, gives to Trenary in the left corner. Hunting sets a screen. Kaysen fires away and swishes it through. Kaysen Trenary, a second triple in 2 possessions. Another one brought to you by Pro Physical Therapy and Dr. Dallas Clark. Young to the left wing. Anderson denying the pass for Fabrizio. Dakota tries to take advantage and does. Drives all the way to the hoop and lays it in. 2-1. Trenary fires three-quarter court and misses short at the buzzer. And at the end of one, Rich leads 12-11 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. We'll take a quick timeout and be right back on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Dr. Dog, the other day I was at the dog park and ran into Keegan, the Irish setter from up the road. When we smelled hello, I was surprised because he smelled like delicious roasted duck. When I asked if he'd been hunting, he said nein, he had been to see you.
Yes, Mr. Hans German Shepherd, I'm recommending Canine Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com for all my canine patients. The powder mixes with your dog food to create a delicious duck-flavored gravy. Order your Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com today.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Girls game came right down to the wire. Rebels had built a 9-point lead, but the Tigers battled back without Aspen Stewart, their best player, and Rich barely held on for a 25-24 victory. We'll hope this Rebel boys game can be just as close. On paper, Tabiona looks like a 10 or 14-point favorite, but we'll see. Rhodes passes it and almost into the hands of Trineri, but Iverson able to tip it back to a teammate, and Tabby maintains possession. Rhodes dribbles right. One tries to pass, lob it into Riley, and it's deflected right again back to Rhodes. Young on the left wing. Inside to Iverson. Double team comes. Shot blocked by Jaden Anderson, and then he comes down with the loose ball. Rebels up to the right side. Anderson on the wing. Kicks it back up top to Trineri. Kaysen hit 2 pro physical therapy threes in the first quarter. Anderson, the reverse layup. What a move. Jared Anderson. 14-11. He jabs left, goes right, and then reverses it in. Fabrizio forces the issue into 2 Rebel defenders and draws the foul. And was he in the act of shooting? I think he was. The foul charge to the Rebels. We'll see as Fabrizio heads to the free throw line. Kaysen Trineri with his first personal. Rebels on top 14-11. That drive by Anderson, an early candidate for the Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet play of the game. The drive and reverse lay-in. Fabrizio hits the first. He has 5 points in the game. Brings Tabiona within 2, 14-12 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Tabby spent some time at the top of the Deseret News top 5 rankings earlier this year, but then they were toppled by Wendover and dropped down to number 2. 14-13, Rich up by 1. Trineri to the left wing. Kaysen fires to Huffner. He'll dribble to his right, follows a screen. Working on Riley, stops and kicks it back out to Meek. Rebels working around the arc. Man-to-man defense from Tabby. Anderson thinks about, then fires away from 3, misses over the top. Rhodes has it tipped by Huffner off of Rhodes. Landon thought, I'll just let this one go out. Landon was a big part of the JV win for Tabiona. But Reagan with the better hustle there. And Rich inbound, so Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound play. Trineri to Huffner in the right corner. Reagan looking to bounce it in. He finds Anderson. Jared starts left, goes right, lays it up and in. Great move by Anderson against Tabiona's Wyatt Fabrizio. Anderson has 8 points. Dakota Young up to the right wing with Rich on top by 3, 16-13. Riley gives to Giles. Pick and roll, and Huffner deflects it, takes it away. It's a 2-on-1. Reagan goes in strong, lays it in. He may have gotten away with a travel, but the Tigers got away with a foul. So it's even after Huffner gets the steal, the layup, and Rich leads 18-13 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Timeout on the court. We'll take 1-2 on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
We know that when you think of Plains Tire in Evanston, you always think
The Tire Professionals.
Quality customer service. They're friendly with great prices.
I really like Plains Tire in Evanston.
But did you also know that the team at Plains Tire offers oil changes, windshield wiper checks, and free alignment checks? That's right, free alignment checks. We don't want you to quit thinking all those great things when you hear Plains Tire. We just want you to add to the list. Plains Tire, the tire professionals. Stop in today, 157 Bear River Drive.
Rebels playing with some emotion, playing hard, playing well, and leading 18-13 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rich comes out with Trineri, Anderson, Nelson, Huffner, and Stacy on the floor. Tigers, Hayes Giles on the right wing. Riley, Rhodes, Fabrizio, and Young also on the floor. Giles loses the dribble and kind of rolls it around by his feet like a soccer player and then picks it back up, somehow maintained control. Young left wing, 3, short, rebound, tipped out of Nelson's hands, but then he saves it to Stacy. Jaden Nelson, nice rebound. Rebels will slow it down, take their time, running the half-court offense. Trineri follows the screen to his right, kicks it back up top. Stacy fires in looking for Nelson. Jaden had settled in. Stacy thought he was going to cut toward the hoop, and Jordan just fired it underneath, too far out in front. Jaden couldn't get to it. They're just on a different page, those two. It was a great idea by both. Nelson had his man sealed. Stacy saw a wide open lane to the hoop if Nelson had cut, so you can't really blame either one. Rhodes hands off to Young, dribbles to the baseline. Step that looked like on the baseline. From here it looked like it. They kick it back around up to Giles, but a bad angle from here to make that call. Lob down inside. Riley pulls it in among traffic and then puts it in from the right block. Well, he's got good hands, and coming off that roll, he's very good on the pick and the roll. And his teammates good at finding him on that roll. 18-15, Rebels up by 3. Stacy looking for Nelson, posted up. Rebels work it around and then get it into Jaden. He'll turn and fade away and miss off the window. Wyatt Fabrizio with the rebound, and the Tigers push. Rebels get back defensively. Up to Giles, though, right wing, open 3, missed off the front iron, and Jared Anderson with the Rebel rebound, his second of the day. Jared up across the timeline, gives to Trineri. Kick at left wing. Stacy looking for Anderson. He's posted up, and Jordan finds him. Jared, double team comes. He'll dish off. Nelson from 5 feet on the right angle, misses short. Giles goes to a knee to maintain control on the rebound, then hands off to Fabrizio. Pushing up the right side. Kaysen, perfect defense. Back outside, Giles for the long 3. Got it, Hayes Giles. From the top of the key, ties the score at 18 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Fabrizio defended well by Trineri, just found Giles coming back up at the top of the key. Anderson, left wing, bounces inside for Stacy. Jordan chases it down in the corner, and Rich kicks it back up top. Man-to-man defense for the Tigers. Hand off to Huffner. Reagan dribbles toward his right, starts left, goes back right, all the way up and under, lobs it out for Trineri, who saves it just barely to Anderson. Jarrett started to drive, nothing was there, so he kicks it back outside, and Coach Ashley Brown calls for a timeout. He says, we need to talk about this. We're getting a little sloppy with 3:30 left in the second. We'll take a quick timeout as well on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
I think another good name for Matt Rex, the owner of T-Bar-S Body Shop in Evanston, would be the Anger Eraser. I came out to the parking lot to find a ding and scratch. I was so angry, I went to T-Bar-S Body Shop to get a quote and met Matt Rex. He said they would fix it, and he'd even talk to my insurance company. When I picked up my car, it looked great. No stress, no hassle. Matt's friendliness and quality service erased all my anger. When your car gets bunged up, don't get angry. Just let T-Bar fix your car.
Rebels scrambling a little bit on that last offensive possession, barely maintained possession of it. Coming out of the timeout, Caden Giles checks into the game. Another senior on this Tabiona team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seniors for Tabiona. Wyatt Fabrizio, Caden Giles, Hayes Giles, Dakota Young, Kobe Thacker, and Gage Riley. Left wing, Anderson with it for Rich. Pick and roll. They had Huffner for a moment, but no passing lane. Trineri, Anderson inside to Huffner. Reagan starts right and pulls up, misses. Rebound tipped into the hands of Fabrizio. That's a shot that Huffner will normally hit, but just pulls up a bit short this time. Fabrizio dribbles to his right. Anderson with him. Wyatt wanted to shoot, but Jared right there on defense. Giles out high on the left wing. Still holding. Dribbles, drives, lays it up and in. Somehow Giles, the quick first step. And that puts Tabby back on top by 2. Anderson gets a step into the lane, kicks it out. Hunting for 3. Yes! Landon Hunting buries the triple, puts Rich back on top. 21-20 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. That's another pro physical therapy 3-pointer. Anderson has done his work in the Bear Lake Physical Therapy points in the paint. Rebels go for the steal. That leaves Fabrizio with a lane. He'll stop, pull up, and miss short. Iverson, the offensive board. He misses short on the putback, and Landon Hunting has the Rebel rebound. Rebels with a chance to extend the lead. 21-20 with 2:16 left in the second quarter. Trineri out beyond the top of the arc. Giles comes out to meet him. Kaysen dribbles right, hands off to Anderson. Jared gives to Hunting. Landon gives to Trineri. Kaysen turns back the other way. Back outside. Hunting, another three-point attempt. Swish! Splash in the lake. Landon Hunting with 2 straight pro physical therapy triples. Puts the Rebels back up by 4, 24-20. Hunting with 2 in a row. Fabrizio tries to answer, does not, off the back iron, and Anderson with a Rebel rebound. Jared turns and runs, but Tabiona's defense gets back. Jared tries to go one-on-one with Fabrizio. He's met by Colton Iverson. As Jared, he saw he had nowhere to go, so he turned, and Iverson was right there and hit him. So Colton Iverson will pick up his first personal. We had about 43 fouls in the first quarter. That's, I think, our first of the second quarter. Rebels with the Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound play. Anderson will trigger it in. Jared holding from underneath his own basket. Looking for Huffner, has to bounce right corner to Stacy. He'll fire back inside for Huffner. Reagan backs in, goes up strong and misses over the top. Fights for his own rebound and is whistled for the foul. I think he went up and expected to have a little more of a contest once he went up for the shot, but he was uncontested because he elevated so well on the shot attempt, and he just missed over the top. So Huffner picks up his second. That's a Rebel 7th team foul, and it sends Dakota Young to the line to shoot 1 and 1. Young averages 14, almost 15 points per game, plus 6.5 rebounds, 4 assists. He's got 2 points so far in this one. 1 and 1 opportunity, and his first rattles and misses. Rebound, Iverson tracks it down in the corner. Rebels just didn't box him out, and he is a pesky defender, quick and tough to box out. Giles misses the three, and a fight for the rebound. Colton Meek takes an elbow to the jaw, and a foul called against Tabiona's Landon Rhodes. The junior picks up his first. That's a 6th team foul on Tabiona. Rich with the basketball, 1:21 left in the second quarter, and Rebels clinging to a 4-point lead, 24-20. Trineri across the timeline, bounces for Stacy. He looks backdoor, doesn't have anywhere to go, holds at the high post, kicks it back out to Trineri. Kaysen starts right, then goes left, slices past the defender, and can't get the shot to go, but Caden Giles bumped him enough to send Kaysen to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Giles picks up his first, and that's a Tabiona 7th team foul with 1:06 left in the second. Trineri at the line, shooting 2. He's 1 for 2 so far in the game at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. This season, a 50% free throw shooter. He misses the first. Percentages say he'll hit the second one. Hasn't taken a lot of free throws. This is just number 13 and 14 of the season for Trineri. His last trip in the first quarter, he missed the first, made the second. And he does the same here at the switch. 25-20, Rebels up by 5. They led 6-1 early, and we saw Tabiona go on a quick 8-0 run. Giles, right wing. Rebels good defense on the pick and roll. Riley couldn't get the pass. He now gets it up at the top of the key to Fabrizio on the right wing. He starts left, then goes right away from the screen, misses the layup, and Landon Hunting tips it away from Riley. Hunting across the timeline. Dakota Young kicks it and chases it down in the corner to take it away from the Rebels. Hunting got hit about 4 times trying to get that basketball or stop and maintain control, but the Tigers forced the takeaway. Young at the top of the key. Giles, quick trigger from the right wing. This one in and out, and Jordan Stacy with the Rebel rebound. His second of the game, and Rich with a chance to extend the lead as we go into the half. Rebels will play for a final shot with 15 seconds left in the first as Trineri crosses the timeline. Left wing to Hunting, then to Stacy. Anderson posted up. Meek has it at the top of the key with 6, 5. Stacy to Meek, 4, 3, 2. Trineri inside. Anderson turns, shoots, and it's blocked at the buzzer. Rebels don't quite use the time to their advantage, but Rich leads 25-20 as they head for the locker room halfway through this one. Rich on top by 5, a handful. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with your Crawford Trough halftime show when we return on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live. You're invited to come in and visit with the team at Cache Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley today. Our customers are our friends. If you haven't ever been in, stop in today. We'd love to get to know you. If you haven't been in for a while, stop in and let's get caught up. And if you were here yesterday, come back again soon. You always have an open invitation to visit the crew at Cache Honda Yamaha, where our customers are our friends, on US 91 between Logan and Smithfield. If you've dreamed of owning your own beachfront property at beautiful Bear Lake, but think you can't afford it, think again, because you can. It's an investment you can rent that pays for itself, and you can enjoy it too. Realtor Gary McKee and the team at Bear Lake Realty can help make your dream come true. Visit with Gary today, because you'll never know unless you ask. Bear Lake Realty in Garden City. Visit bearlakerealty.com.
Being aggressive, driving to the hoop, scoring some Bear Lake physical therapy points in the paint. Speaking of which, Cam Jarman and Ruth Ann, coach of the drill team, heading to Richfield right now for the region drill competition. That is tomorrow, and we wish the Rebel girls drill team the best of luck tomorrow at the region drill competition in Richfield. Go Rebels. Rebel boys at the half, leading 25-20, 8 points apiece from Kason Trineri and Jared Anderson. Landon Hunting with 2 triples in the second quarter, and the Rebels up by 5 at the half on the Tabiona Tigers. We'll take a quick timeout and be back with the Crawford Trough halftime show on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
If you haven't eaten a famous Crawford Angus burger at the Crawford Trough in Randolph, you haven't lived. It starts with a quarter-pound Angus beef, pastrami, bacon, pepper jack cheese, and ranch sauce. Add lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and pickles. The only thing that makes it better is when you add an order of home-cut fries and a fresh raspberry shake. Heaven. Stop in and enjoy a burger today. The Crawford Trough, open later on every Rich High home game day. 120 South Main, Randolph.
According to the United States Census of 2010, the town of Randolph has a population of 464 people, and every one of us root for the Rich High Rebels.
Who slams it home?
Welcome to Randolph, Utah. We love being able to host the visiting teams, their coaches, their parents, and fans when Rich High has a home game. We love all of our visitors year-round and hope that you can take some time soon to come and visit us in our little slice of heaven, Randolph, Utah.
At the half, the Rebels are on top 25-20. If you look at scoring averages this season, the Tigers have averaged 65 a game. The Rebels have scored 48. So Rich on pace for their scoring average, but they're keeping Tabiona in that first half, and knock on wood that the Rebels can do that in the second half, but they're keeping Tabiona well below their normal scoring average of, again, 65 points per game. They're on pace for 40. That would be 25 points below. Obviously, that's some simple math that even I can do. Rebels on top, though, and they got some good shooting. Crawford Trough halftime show. The Crawford Trough is the place to eat and drink. Winter hours, they're open Thursday through Saturday, 11 to 7. And, boy, get just about anything. You can't go wrong at the Crawford Trough. Maybe stop in tomorrow on your way in for Rebel basketball, hosting the ICS Lions in another Region 22 showdown. Rich and ICS tomorrow afternoon at Rich High School. Also, our first half highlights are brought to you by the town of Randolph, home of the Rich Rebels. Good luck from Mayor Lynn Weston, board members Sim Bell, Brian Wires, Larry Kennedy, Melanie Lim, and clerk Lana Peart. And some of those highlights include Jared Anderson driving to the hoop, and I think this is the most aggressive we've seen him attacking offensively, and that's led to 8 points for him. He's posting up. The Rebels are getting it down into him. He's got some nice moves, and I think that's something the Rebels can continue to go to, because now Anderson today guarded by Wyatt Fabrizio, and Fabrizio taller. He's a little taller than Jared, and a little longer wingspan. But Jared has gotten the better of him a couple of times. And, boy, when you see a different defender on Anderson, I think that even gives him more of an advantage to post up and do some things inside that can open up the Rebel offense a bit. And I like that aggressiveness. We saw one where he faked left. He was on the right wing, faked left, then went right. Help defense came, so he just went right through and reversed it up and in on the other side of the hoop. And so Anderson with a very good first half. Kaysen Trineri, 2 threes in the first half. Landon Hunting had 2 threes in the second quarter. Those are some of the big highlights. Reagan Huffner, a steal and a finish on the other end. Through traffic, some of the Town of Randolph first half highlights have the Rebels up 25-20 at the half. Again, this halftime show is brought to you by the Crawford Trough, the place to eat and drink. Winter hours Thursday through Saturday, 11 to 7. In case you were wondering, Rebel girls basketball team won earlier today, 25-24. They held on. They had a 9-point lead, 23-14. Tigers outscored Rich 10-2 the rest of the way, but Rich holds on for the win, 25-24 against Tabiona. In the games earlier tonight, Rebel freshman boys lost by 21, the JV boys lost by 8, and the JV girls won by 13, 39-26. Second half action coming up when we return. This is the Crawford Trough halftime show, and the Rebels lead 25-20 on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
Some Butterfinger didn't bother to look, and your car goes crunch. Now it looks like the outside of a salted nut roll. People snicker as you drive down the road. Stop the laughter. Let the Three Musketeers at T-Bar-S Body Shop come to your rescue and fix your car. When you drive off, you'll feel like you're skipping across the Milky Way again. You'll think of Matt Rex as the big hunk who came to your rescue. Dents removed, glass chips repaired, and windshields replaced. T-Bar-S Body Shop and Glass Repair on County Road, across from the cemetery in Evanston. Sweet.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
When you have your vehicle serviced by the experienced, certified technicians at Rocky Mountain Yeti, you'll have a legendary experience. With a comfortable customer waiting area, you can watch the big screen television or use the free Wi-Fi while you enjoy free hot waffles with ice cream. Our professional technicians work on all makes and models and handle everything from routine service to major repair. Stop in today, 100 Wasatch Road, Evanston. Visit www.yetiauto.group. Rocky Mountain Yeti, legend driven.
If you haven't eaten a famous Crawford Angus burger at the Crawford Trough in Randolph, you haven't lived. It starts with a quarter-pound Angus beef, pastrami, bacon, pepper jack cheese, and ranch sauce. Add lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and pickles. The only thing that makes it better is when you add an order of home-cut fries and a fresh raspberry shake. Heaven. Stop in and enjoy a burger today. The Crawford Trough, open later on every Rich High home game day. 120 South Main, Randolph.
You've been tuned into the halftime show presented by the Crawford Trough in Randolph, the place to eat and drink. And first half highlights were brought to you by the Town of Randolph. Rich on top, 25-20 at the half. Tigers' Gage Riley having himself a nice game so far. He averages 10, he's got 7. Wyatt Fabrizio and Dakota Young well under their averages of almost 15 points per game. They've totaled 8 between the two of them. You got to know that they're going to be looking to shoot a little bit more in the second half, and maybe Tabby will try to push the tempo. In past seasons, especially the last 3 or 4 years, we've seen Tabby really slow the tempo as Rich has been the one to try and push. But Rich this year not getting out and running except when it's opportunistic. This year, they've been really methodical about that, about when to run and when to just play it slow, take care of the basketball, keep the turnovers low. And that's been one positive today. I've got them with just 3 turnovers in the game. Our keys of the game are brought to you by Rich County. Rebels battle the boards, team defense, and hit from downtown. They've done all 3 of those. Anderson tries to thread the needle on a pass between Fabrizio and Riley and can't get it through. Riley with, boy, he's a big body with good hands, and Rich turns it over on a jump ball. That's your first Rich County 4-H jump ball of the game. Rich County 4-H empowering young people with the skills to lead for a lifetime. Fabrizio to the free throw line, stops, lobs inside for Riley, and Landon Hunting takes it away, but he steps on the baseline. Give Hunting the steal, but then a turnover. It's a wash. Maybe you just don't give him either. Riley to inbound from the baseline, goes to Young. Young looking to get it back inside to Riley. Hoffner comes in on the help defense, stuffs Riley. He's going up court looking for, wondering where's the foul, as Hoffner got the block. Came in, help defense. Stacy tried to jump in front and go for the steal. Anderson drives, slices through, loops it up, can't quite get the shot to go. Ends up on the floor, and then to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. The foul, I didn't see who the official called it on, so we'll wait for the scoreboard to give us the indication. And it's Gage Riley with his second. Anderson shooting 2, gets the first one to fall through. 26-20 at the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Anderson, a 72% shooter. And he hits them both. He's got 10 in the ball game to go along with 3 rebounds and a couple of assists. 27-20, Rich up by 7 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. 7:10 left in the Epic Recreation third. Fabrizio starts left, goes right, hands to Iverson. Colton to the free throw line. Outside, Giles tries to drive. Kicks it out to Fabrizio, follows a screen, back to Giles, right wing. Hunting got out there quick, closed out on the defense. Giles drives, he's stuffed, but he's fouled. Hunting and Hoffner both there on the defense, and it's Hunting who committed the foul to send Hayes Giles to the line. Hayes averages 10, almost 11 points a game, 4.5 rebounds, plus a couple assists. As good as a shooter as he is from the outside, I imagine he's a pretty good free throw shooter as well, and he confirms that suspicion with a make on his first attempt. Hayes will step back up to the line and shoot a second. Look to make it a 5-point contest, and he does. No trouble there for Hayes Giles, the smooth shooting senior. Trineri and the Rebels attacking left to right in this Epic Recreation third quarter, second half. Hunting on the right wing, starts left to follow a screen, then goes right, floats it up, can't get it to go over Giles. Great defense by Hayes to defend, contest, but not foul. Hunting pokes it away from Fabrizio from behind. Wyatt saves it. They work it around to Young down near the left corner. Iverson to Hayes Giles, left wing. He'll give to Young. Dakota gets a step, drives in, dishes off to Riley, who can't get the shot to go. He tips the rebound away from Jordan Stacy and out of bounds. And the Rebels have the basketball, leading 27-22. Rebels have to be extremely efficient tonight. They did that, knock on wood, in the first half. We'll see if they can keep that going. Coach Lee Giants shouts to his team, guys, come on. Hunting on the right wing, follows a screen from Huffner. Landon picks it up at the free throw line and gives back to Huffner. Reagan, double team, bounces back outside looking for Hunting, and Kaysen has to chase it down out near the bench. Kaysen spins to get away from Young and then gives to Hunting on the right wing. Again, the pick and roll, Hunting into the lane, dishes off to Stacy, back to the basket, kicks it outside. Trineri thinks about but does not take the long three. Anderson on the left wing, pick and roll with Stacy. Jared backs out, fires inside, and Riley anticipates and steps in front for the steal. Nice anticipation from Gage Riley. He knew that the Rebels were trying to get it into Stacy. Fabrizio gets away with a high dribble and dishes off to Young. Dakota in the lane, floats and hits. He started right, went back to his left, and floated it up and in. 27-24. Tigers within 3. They've scored the last 4. 4 points. Trineri looks to his right and gives to Anderson. Jared follows a screen to the free throw line, picks it up and gives to Anderson. Huffner posted up inside on Fabrizio. Anderson steps back, shoots the 3 and can't quite get it. Fabrizio with the rebound. He'll turn and push. Young has Riley up under the basket, but no passing lane. Dakota drives, puts it up and in, and wow, not much contact, but enough. And Trineri called for the foul. Young with the finish as well, and has a chance to tie it up. Young coming alive here in the third quarter. That's his second field goal after just 1 field goal the entire first half. He misses short on the free throw, and the rebound tipped out to Landon Hunting of Rich. So Rich still leads, but just by 1, 27-26. The Rebels were up 7, but it's a 6-0 Tiger run. Anderson to the high post, gives to Huffner. Reagan starts left, goes right, and then puts it up and in with the left hand. Riley and the Tabiona Tiger defense knows that play from Rich, and normally the Rebel at the high post will fake a handoff to the player going toward the middle and then
turn to the other direction, the outside, and go down the line of the paint and score. This time, Huffner goes the other direction and scores. Work it around. Iverson, left corner three, misses. Huffner with the Rebel rebound. Rich pushes up to the left side. Anderson trying to drive in, has it poked away by Fabrizio, and a foul against Anderson. They must have deemed, I couldn't really see the scrum of bodies, and others blocked my view, but it must have been that Fabrizio had taken possession and Anderson committed the foul trying to get it back. So Jared picks up his second personal. Rebel lead is 3, 29-26 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Young will give to Fabrizio. Wyatt started a little bit during his freshman year, hurt his foot, didn't play the rest of the year, and then has started since he was a sophomore. Hand off to Giles, he'll drive, hang in the lane and miss. Rebound, Giles rips away from Nelson. Back outside into the left corner. Dakota Young gives to Fabrizio, pulls up at the free throw line and misses. Rebound, Anderson fighting with Riley, and Jared rips it away from Gage. Anderson with his fourth rebound for Rich. And with 3.5 left in the Epic Recreation third quarter, the Rebels have the basketball and a 3-point lead. Anderson fakes left, goes right. He is hammered in the lane. Gage Riley just picked up his third. And Gage, that was a hard foul, just making sure that Anderson had no chance at a 3-point play. So Jared goes to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Whether it's winter or summer, down on the lake or up in the mountains, if you're looking for rentals in the Bear Lake area, make sure to work with Bear Lake Rentals. It's Epic Recreation. Visit epicrecreation.net or find them on Facebook. Free throws are brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. Gary Nammer McKee in Garden City. Anderson calmly steps up and hits 2 in a row. He's actually hit his last 4. Has 12 points, and the Rebels lead again by 5, 31-26. Young to the left wing, gives to Giles on the right wing. A nice quick first step, drive, shot blocked. Anderson can't believe it if it's him. That would be his third if it is indeed, and it is. He thought he had a clean block on Kobe Thacker, who just checked into the game, but instead, Anderson picks up his third, and Thacker misses the free throw. John Scott running camera tonight. Thanks, John. John, you know who Rasheed Wallace is, right? You've heard him say, ball don't lie. Thacker just missed that free throw. Kobe, the senior, has a second one and barely gets it to go. It rattles home. 31-27. Rebel lead is 4. Anderson still on the court with strict instructions, do not foul. Can't have you pick up a fourth. Trenary defended by Thacker, and Kaysen gets a step. Thacker grabs him, a hold, a push is what the official call was, and Thacker picks up his first. Nobody in foul trouble except Gage Riley has 3. For the Rebels, Jared Anderson with 3. Inbound to Nelson. He'll lob it back outside of Trenary. That was a Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound play. Kaysen facing Thacker, pulls up for 3 and misses short. Riley with the rebound for Tabiona. I think that's a good shot by Trenary. He has the height advantage and I think the quickness as well, but just couldn't get the shot to go. Driving is Rhodes, gives off to Giles, and he'll hit the 3. Hayes Giles with his second triple of the game. Rebels left just enough room for Hayes to release, and that's all he needs. Giles has 10 in the ball game. He averages 11. Backdoor to Anderson, hesitates, shoots, and he's fouled. Gage Riley just picked up his 4th. Unless they call it up front. Defending Landon Rhodes was right there as well, but no, it's Gage Riley. Anderson did not get the shot to go, but Jared goes to the line to shoot 2. Riley will have to check out here with his 4th personal foul. He's been big offensively in the first half. He had 7 points, including 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Anderson swishes the first Bear Lake Realty free throw through. Riley checks out. Fabrizio and Colton Iverson in. A different lineup with Rhodes, Thacker, Giles, Iverson, and Fabrizio on the floor for Tabiona. Anderson's second free throw. Off the back iron, he tracks down his own rebound on the left wing. Back outside, Hunting steps up, 3-point shot! He got it! Landon Hunting with the triple after Jared Anderson's offensive rebound gives the Rebels a second chance.
and Rich leads again by 5, 35-30 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Coach Gines takes a timeout with 2:15 left in the Epic Recreation third. We'll take one, too, and be right back. Brought to you by Comprehensive Family Dental on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
What are 2 words that tell the world you had the best time ever? Epic Recreation. That's right. Nothing else compares, and you do it all again. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at Bear Lake. Open year-round, Epic Recreation has everything you need. Boats, Sea-Doos, paddleboards, kayaks, UTVs, and more. When you want to have an epic vacation at Bear Lake, remember, Epic Recreation equals epic fun. Visit epicrecreation.net.
Landon Hunting with the third 3 of the game for him. Pro Physical Therapy 3-pointer. Inside, Colton Iverson shoots sky hook, and Nelson swatting to try and defend, try and block. Jaden picks up the foul. Easy call there as he swatted at the shot, and Iverson goes to the free throw line. Colton's first, yeah. Back of the iron and down through. Tigers within within 4 after that free throw. Iverson's first point of the game, he averages 6.5. Second free throw also. Same result. It's back of the iron and down through. Rich on top by 3, 35-22. Trineri slow across the timeline with under 2 to go in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Hunting starts right, goes back left, lobs inside. Nelson in traffic, up high off the glass, can't get it. Huffner tips the rebound away from Fabrizio, but into the hands of Landon Rhodes. It's a good shot attempt by Nelson. There was a lot of traffic in there, and I think he was pretty concerned about getting blocked. Giles kicks it right corner. Rhodes, a couple of dribbles, pulls up at the left and misses. Long rebound tipped out by Iverson to Fabrizio. Wyatt, well, he gets away with a carry just about every dribble. Gives to Rhodes, who dribbles to the free throw line, kicks it back outside. Thacker drives in, wildly throws one behind his head, and Kaysen Trineri has the rebound. Thacker got in the air and didn't know what to do with it. And Dakota Young will check right into the game on the next dead ball. 1:13 left in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Trineri crossover, looks for Huffner. It goes through his hands, but Kaysen's right there to keep possession. In toward the corner, has tipped away from the Rebels, and Rebels will inbound. It was clearly deflected by the Tigers. Rich with a Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbound play from down near the end of the bench in the corner. Huffner looking, goes up top to Hunting on the right wing. Giles comes out but stops at the 3-point arc, doesn't defend further than that. Handoff to Trineri. Dakota Young defending out high. Trineri dribbles to the free throw line. Huffner tries to find some space, puts up the shot, partially blocked. He fights for the rebound. It's on the floor and across the pass to Fabrizio. Wyatt out and running. Rebels have 4 defenders back. Fabrizio kicks it back to Young for 3. He misses short. Trineri has the Rebel rebound. Kaysen holds and then lets the defense retreat. Coach Brown says 1 shot, boys. 30 seconds left in the Epic Recreation third. Trineri picks it up and gives to Hunting on the left wing. Landon just holds. Young defending Trineri from even getting the pass. Giles comes out to defend Hunting. Landon starts left, then goes right. Giles puts a hand out to be within that distance to start the 5-second count. Trineri, got to get rid of it quick. He bounces to Hunting. Landon fires away, long 3, and he hits it! Landon Hunting with 4, 3. Fabrizio up the left sideline. 2, 1, fires away and misses short. Oh, and they called a foul. Are you kidding me? That is awful. The Rebels contested but didn't touch him. And Wyatt Fabrizio will get 3 free throws to end the Epic Recreation third quarter. Tabiona fans love it. Rebel fans despise it. If you're the Rebels, the decision to contest that shot at all is the problem. Whether they fouled or not, they should not have contested. Fabrizio hits the first, hits the second, swishes the third. He has 9, and it's a 3-point contest at the end of the Epic Recreation third quarter on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Many of our customers have trusted Jensen Wood Motors for generations. It's important to all of us here at the dealership we always work for the people. My grandpa was a man of his word, and he passed that tradition on to us. We understand that we're here to serve our customers, and every day we try and do that to the best of our ability. We really appreciate each customer, and we want to make sure that they feel that when they're doing business with us.
Jensen Wood Motors, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Montpelier, Idaho.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Landon Hunting with 12 points, Jared Anderson with 13. Wyatt Fabrizio has 9, including three free throws. Rebels break the trap and get it to Nelson, back outside to Anderson. Defensive intensity has picked up for Tabiona. Rebels across the lane. Colton Iverson deflects it away, and luckily out of bounds. Luckily for Rich, it goes out of bounds. I've got Tabiona with 4 turnovers in the game, Rich with just 6. Both teams treating the rock like gold so far, and Rich will have to do that through some added pressure here in this 4th and final period, brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Anderson dribbles left, cut off there. Needs somebody. Now he gets to Trineri. He gave 2 the ball. Anderson on the left wing. Screen coming right. He goes left and then kicks it out to Huffner. Reagan has Trineri. Dakota Young inches out on him. Rebels content to take their time, be patient. And boy, if they can be content to do that and get a great shot. Hunting crossover, and he's hit from behind. Ball swatted away. Hunting can't believe the foul didn't get whistled, but Rich has a Mount Valley Cattle Company inbound play from the baseline. Great crossover by Hunting to get himself a drive to the hoop. Anderson bounces it in and looking for Huffner. Reagan can't quite grab it, but then chases it down. Hunting up top to Trineri. Rebels nursing a 3-point lead, 38-35, with a minute gone by in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital 4th. Anderson gives to Hunting. Landon at the free throw line, bounces into Nelson. He'll kick back out right wing. Hunting hands off to Trineri. Kaysen around the top, gives to Anderson. Young pokes it away. Jared fakes a 3 and then gives back to Hunting. Landon with 4 pro physical therapy triples in this contest. Young reaches in again, and a late whistle from a backside official. Dakota Young picks up his 2nd. Tabiona's 5th team foul, and Rich will inbound from the sideline. Hunting inbound backcourt to Trineri. Fabrizio comes out to meet him, and looks like Tabby will run a half-court trap. Huffner beats it, bounces inside to Nelson. Defense collapses. He'll kick it back outside. Trineri to Hunting, and Anderson in the quarter is tripped by Landon Rhodes. He'll pick up his 2nd, and that's team foul number 6. One more, and the Rebels will head to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line, where they're so far 75% in the ball game. Anderson inbounds to Trineri. High post, Huffner at the free throw line. Wanted to shoot, but defense gets on him, and he'll kick it back outside. Trineri dribbles right, gives to Anderson. Double team comes. The Tigers in kind of a modified man-to-man, where they double team if they get a chance. Backdoor, Hunting tries to loop one up, can't get it to go. Nelson gets the offensive rebound, goes back up strong, can't get that to go through. Tons of contact. And Fabrizio heads up to the other end. He fires one across. Dakota Young for 3, misses. Trineri rips down the rebound for Rich. And gives to Hunting. Landon across the timeline. Trineri with 5.5 left to go, and the Rebels up by 3. Free throw line to Huffner. Reagan hands back to Trineri. Rebels playing smart here. This may be the smartest and most patient we've seen them play this season. Trineri at the top gives to Anderson. Jared fakes left, goes right, kicks it back outside. Huffner and again to Trineri. Kaysen says clear the lane. They give to Hunting at the top of the key, looking for a screen. He'll give free throw line. Nelson thought about the shot, passed it up to Huffner inside. He'll step through the lane, float it, and can't. It's halfway down, but Nelson tips the rebound away from Iverson, and Huffner puts it up and in. Give Nelson some credit for that offensive rebound. And second chance. Rich on top by 5. Fabrizio drives, stops, turns, fades, and misses over the top. Nelson with a Rebel rebound. Trineri will slowly take it across the timeline. Rebels in the road blues attacking left to right at mylocalradio.com. Clinging to a 5-point lead. Young reaching in, trying to poke it away from Trineri, who spins down inside to Huffner. He'll get Fabrizio in the air, draw the foul, and go to the free throw line. Dakota Young took something to the eye, or maybe he's just frustrated as he came down. And the foul charged will send Reagan Huffner to the line to shoot 2. It's Wyatt Fabrizio's second, but the Tigers' 7th team foul. Huffner hits the first. One more Bear Lake Realty free throw coming would put Rich up by 7. And the way this game is gone, and that's not saying it can't go differently, because this is a Tiger team that can score in a hurry. Huffner hits both Bear Lake Realty free throws, and Reagan quietly has 2, 4, 6, 9 points in the contest. Reagan gets a breather. A couple of rebounds, couple of blocks in this one as well for Huffner. Fabrizio, high post to Riley. He's playing with 4 fouls. Picked up his 4th early in the 3rd. Iverson on the left wing. Rhodes around the top. Stops and gives to Riley. He'll try to fire one in, and Stacy deflects it, but into the hands of Iverson. Back out to Rhodes. Around Giles on the right wing. Landon out on him, and a timeout. Tabiona Tigers, 3:57 left in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital 4th, and we'll be right back. A comprehensive family dental timeout on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
More than 1,300 rural hospitals were evaluated, and Bear Lake Memorial Hospital placed in the top 20 for quality and best practices and critical access. Offering a 24-hour emergency department, orthopedics, home health, a residential nursing home, physical therapy, surgical services, family doctors, chemotherapy, dialysis, and more. When it comes to your health, make sure you're seen by the best. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
Rebels took a 5-0 lead in the first quarter. Tigers went on an 8-0 run and led 9-6. Rich quickly gained the lead back. A 3-point shot, a couple of threes in a row actually, by Case and Trineri. A couple of candidates for the Rolene Kennedy Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet shot of the game. That put Rich back on top 12-11 at the end of 1, and Rich has led since then. It's never been by more than just a few points, and currently the lead is at 42-35 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Our camera tonight is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. Visit bearlakerealty.com and work with the best. Fabrizio up to the right corner, and Giles fires away a quick release 3, misses short. Case and Trineri with the Rebel rebound. Giles and the Tigers, you can see them starting to feel the pressure. 3.5 left to go in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital 4th. Coach John says, get up. Shouts would be a more accurate description of what that came out. High screen by Stacy. Hunting, hands off back to Trineri. You could see his jersey being held back as he fought out. Anderson looking for the pick and roll, picks up the dribble, trying to find something, and Coach Brown takes a timeout with 3:17 left to go. We'll take this opportunity to thank our sponsor. Haven't had the Bear Lake Realty fan cam up there yet. John, can you get any of the Rebel fans down here in front of us? Will the camera point right down here, John? See some Rebel fans, see the tops of their heads. They might not like that. Anybody, getting older like me and losing the hair, have that bald patch on the top. But it looks like most of the guys have hats on to block that bald spot. This facility here at Tabiona, beautiful, and they really take advantage of it here. And good for Tabiona, the community, to have this facility. Our camera is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. If you're interested, Bear Lake Realty, Gary and Amber McKee at Bear Lake Realty in Garden City, they have a great plan for you if you're interested. There's one option. They've got timeshare, they've got all kinds of options, and beachfront properties and more. But you can also buy a home. They can help show you how to rent it out, so it can pay for itself. You can enjoy it some of the time as well. And before too long, you've got your own home in Garden City or in Bear Lake, Garden City, Pickleville, wherever it be that you're looking. Visit bearlakerealty.com to learn more. Work with the best. Rebels of the Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbound play. We've had just one Rich County 4-H jump ball. Anderson to Nelson, quick jumper, and he misses over the top. Rebound to Landon Rhodes. That was the shot they wanted, but just not the result. Pass across the lane and deflected by, I think it was Stacy. Nelson comes back in defense to keep Iverson from an easy bucket. 42-35. Rebels with a 7-point lead. 3:08 left to go in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth. Fabrizio inbounds to Young. They work it quickly around. Fabrizio was posted up and got it back, but he had no shot. Wyatt dribbles to his right around the top of the arc, calls for a screen, gets it from Iverson. Riley, nowhere to go. Rhodes looking for the pick and roll, but didn't have the passing lane to Riley. Still looking in. Jordan Stacy fronting defensively, but Hunting, you could see him coming from the backside, and Coach Gines takes another timeout with 2:43 left to go. We'll take another one as well. Rebel basketball on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com. Rich on top by 7 with 2:43 left in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth.
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Pegleg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as tall as a man wave in the wind. Today, you don't have to ride in a wagon to visit Bear Lake Valley, but the rich history is still here to enjoy. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Make sure to stay tuned for our post-game show. We'll have a Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap, and we'll tell you some highlights of the game, including the Pugstone Sporting Goods adjustment of the game. Darren and Carrie, thank you for your support and your help. And they're going to rebuild Pugstone Sporting Goods, and hope it's sooner rather than later. They're making their own adjustments in life, and that's part of life, is adjusting. The Rebels have adjusted well today, slowed the pace, and kept the game from getting out of hand. Giles, open three, left corner, swish. That was the play the Tigers wanted, and Hayes Giles hits his third triple of the game. That cuts a 7-point lead to 4. 42-38. Tigers pressing. Rebels break it partway pretty quickly. Up ahead to Anderson, and he'll bounce back to Trenary with under 2.5 to go. Coach Gines shouting, get out, get out, get up. Hunting lobs across the top, just high enough to Trenary. Anderson on the left wing. Rebels showing some patience here. Pass a long one to Jordan Stacy, and Gage Riley just fouled out. He goes for the steal. Stacy had position. Riley slaps the hardwood with 2 hands in frustration. And Gage Riley with 7 points fouls out. 2:14 left to go in this ball game. Without him in there, the Rebels have the advantage inside. Now they can't take advantage of it here because Jordan Stacy's at the line shooting 1-1. Jordan's first, got it. Jordan Stacy, the senior, big Bear Lake Realty free throw there. Jordan comes in shooting just 56% from the line, but he puts the Rebels up by 5 with that one. Can he make it 6? Do I have a 6? I hear 6 as he eases it down through. 2 Bear Lake Realty free throws for Jordan Stacy, and the Rebels are on top 44-38. 2:10 left to go. Fabrizio attacking, drives, finishes, fouled, and he has a chance for the 3-point play. Jared Anderson just picked up his 4th. Fabrizio so quick off the dribble. He has such long legs. When he just puts his head down and goes, that's probably just about impossible to defend. He's 3 for 3, make it 5 for 5 from the free throw line in this contest, and misses this one short. Jordan Stacy with a nice box out, pulls down the Rebel rebound. So the Rebel lead is still 4, 44-40. Trenary, Hunting into the middle. Hoffner, he'll take a couple of dribbles, bounce for Stacy, and it's stolen away by Colton Iverson. A couple of late turnovers. Fabrizio up the right side. Trenary picks him up. Up top, Dakota Young, left open, starts left, goes right, and misses the layup. Iverson to the floor, fighting for the rebound. Jordan Stacy has it. 2 Tigers jump on top of him, and a jump ball is the call. Rich County 4-H jump ball, empowering young people with the skills to lead for a lifetime. Possession arrow gives the jump ball to Tabiona. Giles to inbound. He'll go right corner. Rhodes gives to Fabrizio out on the right wing. 1.5 left to go. Wyatt dribbles left to the free throw line, follows a screen, and floats it up and in. Looked like a travel. Not called, and the Tigers are within 2, 44-42 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. A timeout on the court. Good footwork by the senior Wyatt Fabrizio. 2, 4, 6, 7, 13 points in the game. Rebels had a 7-point lead just moments ago, but as I've said a few times tonight, they can score a lot and in a hurry. It was 42-35. Rebels have 2 free throws in the last bit of a span, but that's a 7-2 Tabiona run, and they're within 2. Rich, 4 for 4 from the free throw line here in the fourth quarter. 12 of 16 in the ball game, nursing a 2-point lead. Rich has the basketball, but Tabiona's been pressing, and they've caused a couple of Rebel turnovers. Rich has also kind of taken their foot off the gas as far as trying to score, and I think that's maybe hurt them a little bit in hindsight. It's tough to see that. I think the good decision is to play ball protection, take care of it, eat up some clock. But the Rebels have failed to score other than the 2 free throws. Their last 4 points are all from the free throw line. Reagan Huffner with 2 and Jordan Stacey with 2 free throws. Anderson to inbound against some full court pressure. 3 Tabiona Tigers up there. Anderson looking to get it in, hands off to Trineri. Kaysen turns, couple of dribbles, bounces between the legs of Landon Rhodes. Anderson back to Trineri. Kaysen looks, surveys, then dribbles, spins, and 10 seconds. Wow, that was a quick 10. Coach Brown was asking for a timeout, and the official down by Coach Brown says he got a timeout. He asked for it, he got it. Rebel timeout. Rebel fans like that call. Tabiona Tiger fans don't. We saw it earlier when Rich played Mountain View at the Flaming Gorge Classic, that the Rebels were trying to inbound, and there were a couple of times that looked to be 5-second violations, but Coach Brown, he's a veteran coach. He knows where he's positioning himself, and he gets himself right by the other official, and as soon as that 5 seconds, or just before the 5 seconds, or in this case the 10 seconds is up, he says, I want a timeout. And I talked to him about that earlier this season. He says, oh yeah, it's like when you want to ice a kicker. You tell the official, if we're going to get a 10-second violation or a 5-second violation, I want the timeout. I'm going to take it, so be ready for that. And he did that against Mountain View. It worked twice. He does it here today, and it works once. So, Rebels, can they come through here? They've led almost from start to finish. The Tigers took a 9-6 lead midway through the first quarter. They went on an 8-0 run and led for a couple of minutes in the first. But the Rebels have led almost the entire way outside of that couple of minutes. Anderson inbounds to Trineri. The count begins. Hunting. Defense comes up ahead to Anderson across the timeline. Jarrett attacking, bounces to Nelson. He gets Young in the air and draws the foul. So Young picks up his third, and Jaden Nelson goes to the line for 2 big Bear Lake Realty free throws. Nelson was in the act of shooting. Young just picked up his third. Jaden. First is a swish. And that's a big one. It's a 3-point game. One more and it's a 2-possession ball game. Jaden Nelson. Yesterday against Bear Lake. 4 for 4 from the line. Tonight he's 2 for 2. That one rattles home, and it's a 2-possession ball game, 46-42. He's above 80% on the season. Young looking to hand off to Rhodes. Huffner gets a hand on it. It's on the floor. Rhodes picks it up, and a foul on Reagan Huffner. He can't believe it. Called for a holding foul. Rebel fans not happy about that. In disbelief. Puts Dakota Young at the line. Huffner's third personal. Manila just beat ICS by 30. Wow, I did not see that coming. I thought it would be a close game, but by 30? Good heavens. Dakota Young's first free throw swishes. He was 0 for 2 at the free throw line before that swish. Second free throw for Young to make it a 2-point game. It's a 46-43 Rebel lead. Young's second swish. 46-44. Now can the Rebels break the pressure again? Trineri in the corner, nice little jab step. He'll get around a couple of defenders. Up court, he finds Huffner. Nelson all alone under the hoop, but the Rebels couldn't get it to him, and Jared Anderson is fouled with 1.2
with 1:01 left to go. I'm getting ahead of myself. 1 minute, 1 second. 61 seconds left to go. The foul, I think, Wyatt Fabrizio. The officials will discuss. John, it's understandable. These are your teammates. These are your brothers, right? Didn't follow the action. We're okay. Just don't let it happen again, my man. All right, so the foul charged. They still haven't put that on the scoreboard as Anderson goes to the free throw line to shoot 2. We don't know who that foul was against. Oh, it's a 1-and-1. Nelson gets the offensive rebound. Out to Hunting. He'll lob it across to Trineri. Kaysen bounces inside. Nelson with the finish. Big offensive rebound for Jaden Nelson. He's got 3 in the fourth quarter alone. Fabrizio shoots the 3 and it rims out. Jaden Nelson the rebound to Anderson. He's fouled by Colton Iverson, and the Rebels will go to the free throw line. Rich leading by 4, 48-44, and Jared Anderson goes back to the line where he's hit his first 5 but missed his last 2. That's a 10th team foul, so Anderson will get 2 and can put the Rebels up by as much as 6. They may need all 6 of those with Hayes Giles checking back in. Dakota Young, normally a very good three-point shooter. He hasn't hit one yet. Wyatt Fabrizio due to hit one as well. He hasn't hit a triple in this game. 40.2 seconds left to go. Anderson swishes the first one. Jared will get one more Bear Lake Realty free throw. A big win for Manila tonight over ICS. Nelson pushing foul. Fabrizio had position. Nelson tries to go over the top and get the rebound. Anderson hit the first, missed the second one short. So Jared has 14 in the game. And Wyatt Fabrizio will shoot 1-and-1. He hit his first 5. He missed his last one. Now if he hits both, it's still a 3-point Rebel lead. 39.3 seconds to go on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. Rebels have got to box out. Fabrizio's first. No, and Jaden Nelson with the Rebel rebound. Quickly to Anderson. Jarrett looking, finally gives to Huffner. Ahead to Hunting, and Coach Brown calls a timeout. 49-44. The Rebels with a 5-point lead and 31.6 seconds to go. Boy, we've had a good one tonight. If you're a Tabby fan, you're probably thinking, where's our team? If you're a Rebel fan, this is about best case scenario. These boys have played great tonight, taking care of the ball. They've shot the ball well from the free throw line. Landon Hunting with 4 3-pointers. Kaysen Trineri with a pair. And I just got an update on Manila beat ICS, score somewhere in the ballpark of 70-40. That's unbelievable. ICS had just beat Wendover a couple of days ago, and I had them pegged as the new #1 team in 1A, but Manila just crushes them. Now that's out Manila. Rebels will host ICS tomorrow night at Rich High School. A 5-point Rebel lead, and Rich has the basketball. So if they take care of it here, they're going to get a basket, a good look at a basket, or free throws, depending on what Coach Gine's strategy is. Now, Gage Riley has fouled out. Dakota Young has 3. Wyatt Fabrizio has 2 on him. Rebels will have to go the whole court, the whole distance of the court. Let's see if they've dialed up something big here. Hunting, inbound to Trineri. Kaysen, he'll turn and run. A reach in Dakota Young. That's a clear foul, and Young picked up his 4th. He poked the ball away, but there's no way he gets it without a foul. So Kaysen Trineri will go to the line. He's 2 for 4 in the ball game. He will shoot 2. We're in the double bonus. 27.8 seconds left in this contest. Rebels with the lead. Kaysen's first. Back of the iron, no. Kaysen will get another one. Rebels have won 5 in a row against Tabiona and 16 of the last 17. Trineri's second would make it a 6-point lead. And he can't get it. Left side, Dakota Young with the rebound. Still a 5-point Rebel lead. Young up across the timeline. Fakes the handoff to Fabrizio. Gives to Giles. He'll kick it out. Wyatt, right wing. Drives. Rebels don't foul. Are you
They tried to move away and not foul, but the whistle comes, and it's Jaden Nelson, who was straight in the air and backing away from the contact. So Jaden picks up his second, and his third, and Wyatt Fabrizio shoots 2 with 15.8 seconds to go. Wyatt's 0 for his last 2, but he hits this first one, and he'll get a second one. Into the game, Caden Giles. Hayes Giles out. For defensive purposes, maybe Caden a better defender. Wyatt's second free throw good. Rebels lead by 3. Got to hold on to the ball. Anderson across the timeline, and Young reaches in again. He can't believe the call, but that's so easy. You're reaching across the body, and Dakota just picked up number 5. He's done. 2, 4, 6, 7 points. And by so easy, what I mean is it's such an easy whistle for the refs to blow. Young fouls out with 12.3 seconds left, and Jared Anderson goes to the line to shoot 2. If he hits both of these, it's game over. He hits the first. Jared Anderson, big time. He's been big on the free throws in this second half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points in the half, all from the free throw line. And he has 15, 16 in the game. He gets them both. 51-46. Giles inbounds. Fabrizio pushing up court. Don't foul Rebels. Fabrizio all the way to the hoop. Lays it in. Timeout. Coach Gines with 7.6 seconds to go. Boy, quite frankly, if that was just perfect defense, in my estimation, by the Rebels. You don't want to foul, and if Fabrizio's going to settle for the 2, you're still up by 3. You have the basketball, 7.6 seconds to go. The girls tonight won. Again, final score was 25-24. Boys on top. Let's see, 51 again, 48. Sorry, I'm sending out a quick update to the friend who texted me the score of the ICS Manila game. I feel like I owe him that much. 7 seconds left. Manila with a crushing defeat of ICS by about 30 points. Rebels up by 3. Rich has the basketball. If they can hold on, even a 10-second violation is out of the question because there's only 7.6 seconds left to go, so they don't even have to cross midcourt. They just have to hold on, possess the basketball. Trineri to inbound. He can run the timeline. He's got Hunting. Landon receives the inbound, and a quick foul. 2 seconds run off the clock. And it was, I believe, Kobe Thacker who committed the foul. That puts Landon Hunting at the line. And how can Landon do tonight? If he hits one, ball game. Hunting, a 50% free throw shooter this season. Landon needs one of these. It would put the Rebels up by 4 and put the nail in the coffin. First one short. Landon, no pressure. You've hit 4 from beyond the arc tonight. You can hit 1 from 15 feet. Let's do it, son. Hunting steps back up to the line, feeling the weight of everybody in this gym on his shoulders. And he hits it! Landon Hunting with the free throw. Bear Lake Realty free throw. Rebels up by 4. Fabrizio up court. Three-pointer contested. Missed by Fabrizio. And the Rebels win 52-48. Landon Hunting with what may be the shot of the game. Hits the free throw to make it a 4-point lead, and Rich comes in and upsets Tabiona. 52-48, the final on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. A win for Rich. This fourth quarter has been brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. We'll tell you more about it. These teams will meet again in about 3 weeks. But tonight, the Rebels will celebrate this one and then start to get ready for ICS tomorrow back at home. Coming up on the post-game show, we'll tell you more about it, including the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
In today's world, with so many places to shop and so many options to choose from, sometimes you have to boil it down to one simple question: where do I get treated the best? At Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, we work hard to make sure every customer knows how much we appreciate them. We love what we do, and we believe in the products we sell. Our goal is to build a lasting friendship with every customer so we can serve you and your family for generations. Visit us today, Cash Honda Yamaha, 3765 US 91, Hyde Park, Utah. In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
At Tabiona High School, welcome back. Post-game, the Rebels and the Tabiona Tigers opening up Region 22 play Friday night. And the Rebel girls started things off with a defensive battle. Just 8 points scored in the entire first half. Let's tell you, or the entire first quarter, more about it on the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap. Jimmy John's at 413 Front Street in Evanston, where fresh and fast meet. That's Jimmy John's. Rebel girls with just 4 points in the first quarter, 7 more in the second, and led by 2 at the half, 11-9. They didn't get much scoring output, but they got just enough. Rich, 9 of 19 from the free throw line in the ballgame. They struggled, just 7 of 13 in the fourth quarter. But again, it was just enough. Rich had just 2 field goals in the entire second half. They pushed out to a 9-point lead midway through the fourth quarter, and that was just enough to do it. Tabby closed the fourth quarter on a 10-2 run, but Rich, the girls, squeaked out a 25-24 victory to improve to 1-0 in Region 22 play. So following that Rebel girls win by 1 point, the Rebel boys took on the Tabiona Tigers, and Rich jumped out to an early, quick 5-0 lead. But then Tabiona went on an 8-0 run. Rich bounced back. Kaysen Trenary hit 2 threes in a row on consecutive possessions in the first quarter, and Rich led by 1 at the end of 1. In the second, Rich just methodically and carefully and efficiently pushed the lead further out to 5. It was 25-20 at the half. Jared Anderson had 8 points in the first half. Landon Hunting hit 2 threes in the second quarter. He would hit 2 more in the third quarter as the Rebels maintained a lead. It was down to 3 at the end of the third. Rebels pushed it out to 7. Tigers went on a 7-2 run and were within 2, and it would stay right about there the rest of the way. Rebels hit 10 of 15 free throws down the stretch. The Tigers missed a few shots, and Rich took care of the ball well enough to fend off the Tigers, and Rich boys win 52-48. A final score: Rebel girls win 25-24. Rebel boys win 52-48. Rich at 6-7 on the season. The girls are, the boys rather, at 6-7. The girls at 11-2. That's your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap, where they spend 6 hours daily slicing all natural meats and fresh produce for your 30-second sandwich. Jimmy John's at 113 Front Street in Evanston. Stay tuned. More of the post-game show coming up. We'll give you the Puckstone Sporting Goods adjustment of the game, the Rolling Kennedy shot and play, and the McKay Franken precision play when we return on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
At Jensen Wood Motor, it's our goal to make sure every customer is a repeat customer. The way we do that, our customers are our friends.
It's our job to help you find what you're looking for at the best possible price. It's always good to know that your salesman is working for you.
We understand that life happens. Sometimes credit isn't perfect. We work hard to find financing options that work best for you.
Stop by today and let's see what we can do for you. Jensen Wood Motors in Montpelier, Idaho.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
(52-48) the final score. Rebels with the win at Tabiona. I'll be honest, I thought the Rebels' chances, the boys' chances of winning this one were pretty slim. But as well as they played, they earned the win. They did it. Great performance by the Rebel boys basketball team. And they're really understanding, I think, that they've got to play efficient, smart basketball, take care of it, and play great defense. And they did that tonight. Tabiona came in averaging 65 points per game. Rebels hold them to 48. That's a recipe for success. If you can hold your opponent to 17 points under their per game season scoring average. Look at Tabiona this season. Their lowest scoring output of the season They scored 39 against Grand. This is it. 39 against Grand, 48 against Rich. They scored. They scored 95 in a win over against, was it St. Joseph? Anyway, there's a Tabiona team that can score a ton of points, and Rich held them to 48 tonight. All right, quickly, the Puckstone Sporting Goods adjustment of the game, and it's just that defensive adjustment and the efficiency adjustment. The Rebels recognizing they had to be efficient and play great defense, and they executed the game plan almost to perfection. The efficiency, the defense was there, and that's your Puckstone Sporting Goods adjustment of the game. Rolling Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet shot and play of the game. The play came in the second quarter as Jared Anderson was on the right wing and showing some aggressiveness. He faked to a kind of jab step left, then drove to his right. Help defense came, so he just reversed it and put it up and in. Jared finished with 16 points, and there's your shot or your play of the game. Rolling Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. The play of the game, I got to give something to Landon Hunting. The way he played tonight, 4 3-pointers, and then the free throw at the end that iced it. He stepped to the line. He needed to hit one of the two to make it a 4-point lead, and he hit the second one. Big-time free throw for Landon Hunting, and the way he played tonight, he gets the play of the game. Landon Hunting finished with 13 points, a handful of rebounds, a couple of steals, and he played great tonight. It's hard to not give something to Jaden Nelson because the way he played, especially in the fourth quarter. Jaden scored just 4 points, but I had him with 6 rebounds in the fourth alone, 3 on the offensive glass, and a couple of those were absolutely key to tonight's victory. Nelson really got it done tonight, and he had a great game, and especially in the fourth quarter when it mattered. He got there he is. I got to give him like 2 thumbs up here. Great fourth quarter. So Jaden Nelson, co-play of the game, I guess. The precision play of the game, McKay Frankham Dental Services at 170 Arrowhead Drive in Evanston. Dental care at reasonable rates for the whole family. That came in the second quarter. Reagan Huffner with a steal, took it to the hoop. It was him against 2 Tabiona defenders. He just took it right through him and finished at the basket. He didn't get fouled, but finished with the hoop, and it made it 18-13 at that time. The Rebels led by 5. So those are your plays and shots of the game. Stay tuned on the post-game show. We'll have a Rebel Sports Update. We'll hear from Rebel wrestler Corbin Malm. The wrestlers are at the Wind River Tournament this weekend. Also want to wish the Rebel drill team good luck this weekend at a regional tournament. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Rebel basketball coverage. Again, a final score. Rebel girls win 25-24. The boys win 52-48 on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Hello, Miss Susan Siamese Cat.
Dr. Dog, I'm here because my perfectly shiny fur has lost its shimmer, and I don't have the energy I did as a kitten.
Miss Susan Siamese Cat, I recommend that you start taking the Feline Daily Multi-Chews from PetMinerals.com immediately. Your good health isn't a yarn ball to play with.
Dr. Dog, you always make me feel better.
Log on to PetMinerals.com today and get your feline supplements ordered today.
Rebels with a team victory tonight. 16 points from Jared Anderson, 13 out of Landon Hunting. Reagan Huffner with 9. 8 from Case and Trineri, all in the first half. Jordan Stacy and Jaden Nelson, the bigs, 2 and 4 points apiece, respectively. But I'll tell you what, their points came at critical times. Stacy, 2 free throws in the fourth quarter. Rebels were clinging to a narrow lead, and Stacy hit 2 big free throws. Jaden Nelson, 2 for 2 from the line and a field goal late in the fourth. He also had 6 rebounds, including 3 on the offensive glass in that Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Huge, cannot be understated or overstated play from Jaden Nelson in that fourth quarter. And the Rebels with the win, 52-48. All right, so the girls with the win, the boys with the win, both at 1-0 in region play ahead of tomorrow night's game back at home hosting the ICS Lions. We'll tell you more about that in a bit. But first, let's hear from our Rebel Sports Update, more about what's going on this weekend with Rebel Wrestling.
Ryan STEINECKERT with Corbin Malm, a sophomore at Rich High School. Corbin, thanks for your time.
Yep, no problem.
Corbin, what weight do you wrestle?
This year I'm wrestling 106.
And how tall are you?
Last time I went to the doctors, I was 5'11".
5'11", 106, and are you taller than most of the guys you face?
Yeah, so far I'm the tallest one that I've seen in 106.
How's your year going wrestling?
It's going pretty good. I had a neck injury a little while ago, so I was out for a couple weeks, but now I'm going back, and I did pretty good this last weekend. So, yeah, it's going pretty good.
Bear Lake Tournament, was that a tough one? Good competition?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I was doing pretty good for first and second, but then I got beat out, so I went to third and fourth and then got fourth, but...
Not bad. Finished fourth place out of everybody there. How'd the rest of the team do?
We did really well. We had a lot of people place, probably half the team maybe, and the rest did really good.
You guys starting to get a picture, or do you even worry about it at this point, what the region will look like when you get to the region competition?
No, I don't think we're too worried about it. We definitely have it in the back of our heads, like we're thinking about it, getting ready, but I don't think we're too worried.
How much did the break, Christmas and New Year's, how much did that set you back for like your conditioning?
That set me back quite a bit. Those first couple practices back, I was pretty sore, but we got back into it.
This week, it looks on paper like a busy week. You got Thursday at home versus Evanston's JV, and then you'll be at Wind River Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, so we'll have the Thursday at 5:30, and then I think we wrestle early morning Friday and then early morning Saturday. It's going to be a long week.
Do you know anything about like teams that you'll face, or is it more about just kind of getting yourself ready?
So the teams that we're facing, we've faced them before, I'm pretty sure, most of them, so we know the wrestlers and stuff, so I think we'll do pretty good because so far we've done good with those other teams, so I think we're pretty prepared for those. And
Corbin, the team as a whole, you said you did really well at Bear Lake. Do you guys feel like, is there an aspect in wrestling of like coming together and you know what I mean? In other sports, teams have to come together and work together. In wrestling, it's more individual, but is there still that need to come together?
Yeah, so one kid goes and wrestle. It definitely helps if your team's there supporting you, trying to help you. It helps a lot because you can hear them with their advice. They see it from a different view, and it definitely helps a lot if you have your team right there helping.
When did you first start wrestling?
I started wrestling in first grade. I've been doing it ever since, yeah.
And I don't know how to ask this question. Are you good? What's your specialty?
I think I'm pretty good. My specialty, I'm not real good on shots, but I like doing sprawling and crossface to get to the back, and then I like running the front headlock series.
So do you almost like to bait guys into trying to shoot on you so you can sprawl and cross?
I do. So usually they tell you for your stance to keep both your legs straight, but I keep one clear far out, and I don't guard it, so they go for it, so I can get that. But, yeah, that's what I do.
Does that get you in trouble sometime?
No, it doesn't. It used to when I was little, but after they seen what I could do, then now it's not a problem. They know what I do, so they don't ask questions about it.
So for somebody who doesn't know how to wrestle, what's the key to getting a good sprawl out and then the cross and reversal?
So what I like to do, I like to watch their hands and their feet because you can tell when someone is going to go for it because once you can tell just like slightly before they'll move just a slight inch forward, so then you know right when to jump back, and then once you jump back, you get your legs back. So you just have to circle back, so it's really easy to get that second part.
Corbin, anything else we should touch on about the Rich Rebel wrestling team?
I don't think so.
Having been a part of the team last year and this year, what has changed or how much have things changed with Coach Larson last year, Coach Cornea this year taking over?
So I definitely feel like last year with Larson, he focused more on technique. And then this year with Cornea, he's doing a lot more workouts and then a little less technique. There's still a lot of it, but I think there's a little less of it.
Getting more in the weight room?
Yeah, definitely.
Is that a good thing you feel like the team needs?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like when we go out to meets like last year, we were definitely good in technique, but everyone, you could definitely tell, had spent more time in the gym. But this year, we've done pretty good.
You got to have the technique or else you're going to struggle, but you got to be strong.
Yeah, definitely. So like last year we had very good technique, but we just didn't have that muscle build. So we still did pretty good, but there's definitely a struggle. So then this year with our weightlifting and technique, we're doing really good.
Corbin Malm, a sophomore at Rich High School. Thanks for your time, man. Good luck this weekend in Wind River and against the Evanston JV and the rest of your sophomore year.
Thank you so much. I'm trying to do good.
It was a pleasure to talk with Corbin Malm, and we wish the Rebel Wrestlers good luck this weekend in Wind River. We'll talk more about what else is coming up the rest of this weekend when we return. One more quick break, and we'll wrap this thing up on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Pegleg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as tall as a man wave in the wind. Today, you don't have to ride in a wagon to visit Bear Lake Valley, but the rich history is still here to enjoy. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
The Rebel girls with a win over the Tabiona Tigers. And the boys varsity team gets a win 52-48 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Jared Anderson with 16, Landon Hunting with 13, and Rich improves to 1-0 in Region 22 play. Now the Rebels will get back on the court tomorrow in Region 22 action, hosting the ICS Lions, and that's our next Rebel broadcast tomorrow afternoon at 4:30 is when our pregame coverage begins. Rebel girls will tip off a varsity at 5 o'clock, so our coverage starts at 4:30. There will be JV games at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon as well. Rebel wrestlers were at Wind River today. They'll continue that tomorrow. The Rebel drill team is at the regional competition. That's in Richfield tomorrow, and we wish the Rebels good luck. They were traveling down today, and we hope they do well. They're the defending region champs and looking for a repeat. The Royal Middle School boys basketball team competes at the Evanston tournament tomorrow. That's all day, beginning at 8 a.m. It's the A team only. And then also tomorrow, University of Wyoming Cowboys and Cowgirls are in action. The Cowgirls at Utah State, 2 p.m. tip-off, and the Cowboys hosting Utah State with a 4 p.m. tip-off. That's going to do it for our look ahead at Rich County sports and activities, and that wraps up our post-game tonight from Tabiona. Again, the Rebel varsity teams come through. The Rebel girls just barely 25-24 with the win in the victory. I think McKenna Stacy led the way with 6 points. No, Lauren Thompson led the way with 8 points. Stacy had 6. Stacy had 8 as well. 6 of 10 from the free throw line, and Rebels needed all 6 of those to earn the win. Lauren Thompson with 2 threes in the game, and Rich again with the win, 25-24. The Rebel boys, 16 points from Jared Anderson, 13 from Landon Hunting. They held Dakota Young to just 8. Gage Riley had 7. Hayes Giles above his average. He had 13 tonight, and Wyatt Fabrizio a little above his average with 17, but not quite enough. The Rebels efficient on offense and solid on defense, earned the win 52-48. Join us tomorrow afternoon when the Rebels host ICS. It's another Region 22 showdown, and the Rebel girls tip off at 5, so our pregame starts at 4:30. For tonight's videographers, Kaylee Hatch on the girls' game, John Scott on the boys' game. Our producer, Jordan Bowie, back in the studio. Jordan, thanks for being there late tonight. I'm Ryan Steineckert. We'll talk with you again very soon.
You've been tuned into Rich High School basketball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, with live video online at mylocalradio.com. Today's broadcast has been brought to you by these Rebel supporting businesses and individuals: Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, Plains Tire, Pet Mineral Labs, Jensen Wood Motors of Montpelier, Idaho, by Westar Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, Evanston Regional Hospital, Rocky Mountain Yeti, and by mylocalradio.com. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of Old West Media, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the aforementioned rights holder. Our executive producer is Val Cook. We thank our office manager, Kayleen Anderson, and our sales manager, Julie Burley, along with KNYN Sports Director, Jake Hibbard, Bridger Valley Sports Director Sean Bennett, and production assistants Jordan Bowie, Preston Bush, and AJ Lamb. The biggest thanks of all to our sponsors and to you for tuning in. We invite you to visit mylocalradio.com for archived games and past interviews with Rebel players and coaches. Thank you for joining us on this presentation of Rich Rebel Basketball on KADQ FM 98.3 and online at mylocalradio.com. Until the next time the Rebels take the court.